Hey, what's up, y'all? Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Please get on in here. We got to talk. So the show went off. I had to do a couple things. Had to put some clothes in the washer. Girl stuff. And so we're here, and we got to talk. So I think now we have a better picture of what's going on between Kelli and Brit, because I don't think it was really clear before what was going on, and I think right now it is as clear as a bell what was going on between them two. Like really, really, really clear. And I think we got a little bit more from that situation than I thought we were gonna get. I didn't think we was gonna get that much of the story. So we got a little bit more of the story. And yeah, y'all know, listen. The notebook is ready. The notebook is ready. We got all the notes. We got all the notes, honey. So we ready. We ready. Yeah. You get to the right page. Because y'all know I got notes on everything. Okay, there we go. So we got a decent amount of notes, and some interesting things went on. And I have thoughts. I'm gonna just say this. I got thoughts and feelings, and I'm wondering about some stuff. And we're gonna talk it out, because I think y'all figure out stuff sometimes even when I can't. And I'm just like, okay, let's go ahead and rub our minds together and see what we come up with. Now let me greet who's in the house, and we're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna greet y'all, and then we're gonna hit our housekeeping, and then we're gonna get right on into it. Okay. So we got Magaline Lamar, good sisters, like number 1, melanated queen. Hey girl, thank you for being like number 2. Mama's Peanut is here, and she is number 3. Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. Our head archangel, keeping the chat safe for you and me. Okay, y'all tell her hello. She's asking you to hit a like button right after you grab your wine. Okay. Hey, sweet beloved, thank you for being number 5. Queen will hit the button at the same time. My moderators are so lovely. Don't y'all agree? I got the sweetest, nicest, prettiest moderators, and all of you too. Okay. Hey, D. Saratinas, what's going on, girl? Thank you for being number 6. Hey, gorgeous. Chanel D. Queen is here. The beautiful Chanel D. Queen is in the house. How you doing, pretty lady? Good to see you. Good to see you. Listen, we got to go and get into it, child. Vet, hey, sis. Our Birmingham, UK beauty. She is in the house. Miss Gardner. Hey, girl. Thank you so much for the Cash App. My sis sent me some love. Let me send a heart back. It's a picture. Y'all know I love when I get the pictures. I got a flower. It's in my heart. It's in my heart. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. And thank you for being number 12, Yvette. Hazeline, how you doing, girl? Auntie Eva is number 13. Y'all, I heard my washing machine and got scared. I'm like, who in the house with me? Nobody. I'm safe. Listen, y'all don't know I be spooked over here. Listen, my hand be about to grab that gripper. Let me make sure it's close just in case. My hand be about to grab that gripper every time I think I hear something. Hey, Brandon. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Say something wrong with Brit. Big time. Big time. Get this. And I don't even think it was the truth. And we're going to get into it. Thank you for being like number 9. I'm so glad you're here. Because see, Brandon, you keep me on my toes. And see, Brandon is like we twins. And I'm the mean twin. And Brandon is the sweet twin. Because, I be giving them hell. And Brandon always give them grace. So Brandon is the sweet twin. I'm the mean twin. Okay. Hey, Miss Thelma, thank you for being number 15. So good to see you. Makeup addict in the house. Hey, my boo. Hit the like button now. Help me out. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing? It's so good to see you. Thank you for being number 16. I appreciate it. I do. Who else we got? I'm trying to slide. Aries Sun is like number 18. I thank you. There's my sis. You just did a 12-hour shift. Girl, listen, I'm going to do my best to put a laugh in your heart and a smile on your face today, because we got some stuff to talk about. Okay, thank you for being number 19. Black Smile. Hey, lovely lady. Isn't she so gorgeous? Thank you for being number 20. Listen, I am surrounded by my sisters are beautiful. Like, y'all lift my day when you don't even know you do. That is a beautiful lady. Is she not? Sis, you're gorgeous. I love it. Hey, Deborah Randall. Thank you for being number 24. Housewives Talk is officially legal. because Deborah Randall is in the house. Aries Diva 84, how you doing? Priscilla Clemens is like number 22. Hey, boo. 24, I'm sorry. The D Crazy, the Amazing DS is here to hold down that reflection corner. Peanut is asking y'all to please hit your engagement button, the circle with the emojis. Give me bubbles. My sweet is number 25. Hey, my love. How you doing? Kim, I knew you meant number 16. I knew that's what you meant. I know. Richard Wilson, thank you for being 53, boo. Y'all hit the like button. Run me up. Run me up. DH is 31. Hey, now. Hey, now. All right, Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady. Y'all know she's vacationing and stuff. Now she's at dinner. She stopped in to talk to us regular folks while she out there having a good time. Have fun, sis. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Okay, keep shining. Keep sparkling like you be doing. All right, we got Miss E. Davis in the house. Hey, love. Thank you for being number 42. Sasha Ellis, girl, where you been? I'm so glad you've been here. I miss you. How you been doing? Good to see you. Hey, Mackie. Say Kelli better than me. Brit would have got washed like a load of laundry had she said that crap to me. Child, listen. Kelli act like she wanted to climb up one side of Brit and down the other. I was kind of, impressed a little bit. I was like, okay, Miss 4'11". I think she kind of fudged on her height a little bit. I don't know if she really 4'11", y'all. I feel like she probably like 4'8", but she was mad at the moment. Now, she wasn't mad when she said that. That's when she was cooking them waffles. I think she was trying to intimidate Uncle Charles, so she added a couple inches to it. I don't really think Kelli 4'11". I think it's more like 4'7", 4'8". But, she wanted him to know, like, she can get big if she have to. I think that's what happened. Hey, Renee Gann, how you doing, sis? Anel, thank you for being 33. Shukuru. Hey, boo. How you doing? Good to see you. Angel B in the house. Hello, lovely lady. Thank you so much for being number 48. X in the house. How you doing? Hit the like button. Hey, Thankful Life. Thank you for being 52. Hey, Nashina M is also 52. I'm so glad y'all here. Listen, we are family. We are family. You are welcome. And thank you for gracing us with your presence. Okay. Listen, let's normalize telling our sisters when they are absolutely stunning. Make sure let's normalize that. Okay. We're surrounded by beautiful Black women every day. Just normalize that. You ain't even got to know a sister to let her know, girl, you bad. Just, it don't hurt. Hey, Auntie Kim, how you doing, boo? Coco Mahogany 67. Hey, I'm glad you back. Sean, living life. Thank you for being 56. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all greeting people. Yeah, I know we talking about these people. No bickering, arguing, cutting up in my chat. No disrespect of any form shall ever be tolerated. Also, if you got a cuss, make sure you misspell your cuss words. And if anybody comes in here and lets us know that they're new, y'all know you got to spam my chat with the word welcome. And if you are new, it's your first time being here live, even if you watch the replay, but this is your first time live, let us know. Or you could just type FTL for first time live, and we will greet you personally and individually because we are happy to have you here. Camille Fun in the house. Hey now, what's going down? All right. Listen. So I done greeted everybody. More folks may come in. I will say this. Zelene says she got a daughter, little bitty like Kelli. I told y'all, them little bitty folks, they can get violent. They dangerous. So you got to watch yourself. I'm sure Zelene knows all about it. Hey, Miss J, thank you for being 60. Thank you. So look, listen. Y'all know what it is. Like button, like number in the chat. I will be checking the likes and my bubbles. Let me look. Because if the likes ain't right, y'all know Duolingo can happen. Don't make me do it to you. Hey, Angie girl, thank you for being number 65. All right. Let me see if y'all treating me right. Because, child, it's some foolishness went on tonight. And y'all know I be done caught every little detail of the mess. All the details of the mess. So let me check my bubbles and stuff before I start running my mouth. Because I got to make sure I'm being treated right now. Oh, there goes some bubbles. Thank you. I appreciate the bubbles. I do. Thank you. You see what my likes looking like? Not too bad. It's still giving about 15 people in here that don't like me. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't. Iron Butterfly, how are you? It has been a long time. It's been too long. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being number 67. Diva 2 hit that button at the same time. I appreciate y'all. So look, So look. I thought the episode wasn't going to be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking it's going to be more like a family episode and stuff. I don't know why I thought that, but I did because of the way it started off. Hey, Latrice Dudley. How you doing, love? I'm so glad y'all here. Please keep hitting the like button. Make sure y'all talk to me. Leander Alexander. How you doing? Is this your first time here? Welcome. If it's your first time, welcome. And if it's not, welcome back. Okay? Y'all holler at Leander in the chat. I'm so glad to see you. Yep, make sure I got bubbles and likes and tell me everything you're thinking, okay? In the chat. Because listen, this is not one of those channels where if you don't super chat, I don't read your comment. Everybody in here can tell you. I will try to, engage with you and talk with you, and we can have banter and everything. I will do my absolute best to keep up with you. So please converse with me, and I'm a converse with you. Latrice Dudley, thank you for being number 72. Oh, it is your first time, so y'all know what time it is. Spam the chat with the word welcome for Leander. I like your name. All right, let me put my welcome in first, and I mean y'all better spam this sucker too. Rochelle, thank you for being number 72, sis. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes, we are family. Okay, now, as you know, every family got some loud ones, some quiet ones, some crazy ones. Some family got some people that's dysfunctional. We got some people that need to be institutionalized, real crazy like DS and DT. We got family that do all of that. So, let's treat everybody like family. Iron Butterfly, thank you for the cash app. She said, just because you're so sweet. Oh, y'all are sweet. I'm so glad. So look, we welcomed our dear newest addition to the family, Leander, and we're so glad to have you. So now we got to get into what's going on. So look. So what I was trying to tell y'all was the whole thing. I'm trying to send hearts back. That's what I'm doing. I know y'all probably like, what is she doing? I'm trying to send my hearts. Did it do it? Did it do it? Hold on. Okay, now I did it. Okay. Hey, Sugar Shack. How you doing? Listen, so it started off with the family stuff. It started off nice and calm and pleasant. Y'all know I always get so excited and I'm encouraged when I see the family scenes. And because I don't know what it is. Even the ladies that I don't care for, which is all of them. I like them with their children. It's a weird thing with me and housewives, right? The ladies that I absolutely cannot stand, it's like the more I dislike them, the more I like their mamas, usually. Brit Edie is the only exception to that rule. And it's very weird, isn't it? Everybody else, like if they're really great on my nerves, like I could tote their mothers on my back. Y'all know how it is. I could do without candy any day of the week. But Mama Joyce could absolutely call me to come and dust her whatnots and sweep floors and wash walls, and I would show up early. It's the same thing with Candace Dillard Bassett. Most times she stay on my nerves, but if Doc called me to run errands and go buy money orders, I do it. I will. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So when I see them with their children, it's kind of the same thing. I enjoy it. Yes, Shamia singing to the baby, singing with her little girl was so cute. They were so absolutely adorable. They had their matching fits on. They had the doctor's appointment. Little mama was so adorable. Both of them just cute little muffins. You just real pinchable. Cheeks are pinchable. And it was like, oh, I had an old granny moment. It was really sweet. And then the producer pissed me off. Early. Producer just pissed me off. What the hell you mean why she's so greased up? Why she's so shiny? What you mean? See, this is what, this is why even when I'm having a pleasant moment with Bravo, I never let that get me to put my guard down. Because the level of weird anti-blackness that they keep moving with over there does something to my nerves. Like I was really enjoying seeing the cute little, cute little sugar muffins. I say, look at them. Hey, Quiet Storm. I was just like, wow, that's what's up. That's so cute. Yeah, and y'all know Shamia been working my last nerve like a part-time job. But I was enjoying that moment. It was so amazing. And then here she comes talking about why she shine. Oh. And see, this is another reason why these women piss me off. Because Shamia, why did you not eat her up? Because that's what you were supposed to do. And Angie girl, that was high key racist. I was so mad. Like I went from smiling to like it was like instant. Pissed me off. It did. I didn't like it. When I say I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. At all. Aries D would say when the babies leave the daycare, they be shining. If they ain't, my boss gonna say something to me about it. But see, this is how we take care of our children. You know what I'm saying? See, this is where I don't want to be on a soapbox about this, but I'm gonna say it. This is where people's ignorance about who we are as Black folks, this is where it comes out. They feel perfectly comfortable to say something like that to a Black woman. And they picked the right Black woman because Shamia don't stand on nothing. That's how she let Angela Oakley get away with calling her a man, get away with calling her Flavor Flav. But then her and her mama tried to blow dog whistles about an old saying that everybody mama done said about a dog bring a bone, carry one. But you let somebody call you Flavor Flav and you acted like it was nothing. Then turn around, you let this critter, this flea flicker sit up there and talk about your baby shining while she greased up and shine. I was so mad I could have screamed. I literally could have screamed. I could not believe the level of disrespect, racism, microaggression. Like just enough is enough already. Enough is enough. Your issue is that little baby has flawless, gorgeous, heavenly skin in such a shade that there's not even a name for that shade of heaven on that baby. And you talking about why her skin shiny, why she shined up. Oh, Leander said the way HR would have been on the phone in the next call, my lawyer, thank you. Because you know what else? They wouldn't walk up to one of them people waving them flags in the air, asking them, well, I mean, why, how come y'all shaped like that? Like you don't do that to other people, but when it comes to us, everybody's so careless at the mouth. Pissed me off immediately. Like I was completely incensed at that point. Yeah, Shamia was supposed to be sitting baby girl down and swinging and slanging her. Oh yeah, just walking around ashy so y'all can talk about her. Hey Mo, thank you for being 86. So, the producer like put a bad taste in my mouth quite right off the bat. Makeup Addict said, where I'm from, you about to have a shiny face and powdered neck and chest. Bravo had me annoyed. But listen, I keep telling y'all, these people, everybody wants to make money off of Black culture without understanding or respecting Black American culture. That's what pisses me off. St. Havens Kaiser so say, thank you for being 88. Yeah, I didn't miss it. I was mad. I was mad as hell. I was mad as hell. As all hell. Keep telling y'all we ain't got no allies. Even these people that might put money in your pocket, they don't like you either. They put money in your pocket because I can guarantee you they making more money off of you than they letting you take home. They make money off our culture, disrespect our culture at the same time. And it's annoying. And enough is enough. Shamia, stand up. Stand up. That really pissed me off. You let somebody say, enough is enough. So she went to the doctor's appointment with the baby, with the two babies. It was for little mama, but big sister was there too. They were super cute. The doctor came in. I loved her bedside manner. Her energy was awesome. Hey, Miss Nisi. It was just really cool. She talked about the fact that she came back, ended up with strep. She don't know whether she got it over there, whether she got it when she came back. Of course, her husband is working. That man be working. That's why they got all that wonderful money and live in Sterling Hall. And so they called him on FaceTime so he could be at the appointment. Shout out to Mr. Gerald. I hope I'm saying his last name right. I always try to say it, Mwangi. Shout out to him because that man, even if he working, bruh be on at them appointments, FaceTime, whatever he got to do. He's still trying to be present and involved daddy. Hey, it's our Christian Key, our birthday girl from yesterday. She's like number 91. I hope you had a good time last night. Hope it wasn't too good of a time. Queen of Hearts KS is also number 91. Thank you, ladies. So, Juan Maltzby in the house. Hey now. I'm so glad you came through because I'm gonna tell you what happened. So the doctor checked the baby. At first glance, she said the throat didn't look irritated, but she swabbed her and everything. And turns out the baby didn't have strep. Thank goodness, because her little self, she probably couldn't have, dealt with no strep. That's too much on her body. Shamia still talking about she wanted to go ahead and try to have a son, and say that they did one transfer with the surrogate, but it didn't take. It don't always take. So it didn't take. So now they're saying they're gonna hold off for a minute. Yeah, human nature. Shamia's husband seemed real cool, real nice dude, from what we can see. And like I said, I do. While she works my last good nerve, I love the way he loves his wife. That makes me very happy. Like, you can't help but to applaud that. And they seem like they got a solid little union there, and I hope they stay just like that. Whether she gets along with women or not, I want them to keep, doing what they're doing with that. Then we get the scene with Phaedra and her children. Another very cute scene. Nothing made me angry. Thank God. So she's sitting there. Phaedra's weird, though. Phaedra just says weird, quirky, just like random, partially polite vulgarity all the time. She'll just throw it in there. So she's, the kids are doing her son Dylan, the baby boy, he's sewing and whatnot. And she talking about, she's a Reiki healer, and asked the producer, have you ever had a crystal in your vagina? And I'm just like, sugar, no. Like, Phaedra. Listen, I understand about growing up in sheltered situations or in extremely religious households. And you do have to kind of, especially if your mama's kind of prim and proper. And my mama was kind of prim and proper too. So I get that once you're able to say what you want to say, and it's usually not when you first turn grown, you still trying to make sure you don't upset your parents and all that stuff. And then when you turn that corner and it's like, I'm big enough now where I can say some stuff. Okay, but I think Phaedra is like over correcting, and she's been doing that for quite a while now. Sometimes it sticks and it's funny. Sometimes it's like, Phaedra, like random, weird, just polite vulgarity. And I don't understand. No, she's not been hanging out with Candy. That is literally just what that is. That's just what that is. Now, people who grew up in those households, y'all know exactly what I mean. You go from having to measure what you say, think about it twice before it come out your mouth, and thinking a lot of stuff that you don't let come out your mouth. And then when you feel like you can let it out, you let it on out. But I mean, Phaedra, darling, crystals in orifices, ma'am, no ma'am. Ma'am, no ma'am. Yeah, she just does it. And it's like, sometimes it's funny. I'm gonna give it to her. Sometimes it's thick and it's funny, and sometimes it's just awkward and cringy. And that was super cringy. I'm just saying. So back to the baby. So the baby is over there sewing. Something about he wanted some bell bottoms or whatnot, and they couldn't find them in his size. And she got him a sewing machine. The rest is history. So now he's designing his little pants and he's sewing his pants. And I, for one, of course, am all for that. While I do and have forever made clothing, my children were not interested in the making of the clothing. So I was very, very moved to see those little hands getting busy at that machine. I was like, go ahead. Okay, I was digging it. So he's doing his little thing or whatever. And you can tell she's real proud of those boys. And you can tell she's doing a great job with those boys. And I think it's very evident that what she gives us and those other girls, she's not giving those boys. It looks very much like she's giving them the same upbringing she was given. So I'm gonna give her kudos for that, because we might get a little wild, but you're still supposed to make sure you instill them same qualities in your children. Even if you veered off to be a little crazy, don't let your kids be crazy. Now, once they get grown, they might give you a little crazy anyway. but still, you know, give them the best shot by giving them a solid foundation. I think she's doing that. The big brother talking about he gonna be the manager and the financial advisor. I thought that was adorable. You know, she still was gushing over her boys, and let them know that the event coming up at her friend's showroom, the Ivy, I think it's called the Ivy Gallery. If I got it wrong, y'all let me know. And it's a black glove shopping event. They're doing furs, faux furs, real furs, minks, foxes, anything that you can pow and sling on your back was gonna be there, right? And so he gets to show some of his stuff there. He's excited. It was just cute. Even the interaction between her and them was cute. She let him know she got him some male models that can show his stuff. And she offered to wear a pair of his pants. You know, you can make me a pair too. And he declined and then laughed in her face. And I thought it was funny because can't nobody roast you like your kids. Children can roast the piss out of you. Them kids don't. Listen, y'all, children are merciless. They are merciless. So I thought that was really funny. And he was sweet about it in a way. But he was kind of cold-blooded too, because she was like, you can make me a pair and I'll model for you. And he was like, no. Laughed in her face so hard. His little cute self just tipped right on over. I say, look at him. So cute. So I'm all set for a nice family, you know, episode. And then we get Kelli going to court. And I said, okay, Kelli going to court. So I'm like, well, you know, I guess we're going to hear about Kelli going to court. So she's in her white suit with a long ponytail and looked like it had a rubber band on the tips of the ponytail. I couldn't tell whether she took that rubber band off the tip of that ponytail before she went in that courthouse, but I hope she did because I was very concerned in that white suit. And I was just like, okay, I don't know about the white suit, but come on, girl, power suit, you know? So anywho, they head in the courtroom. We find out that the cameras ain't allowed in the courthouse, which I'm not surprised. Ian, the court junkie, my nephew, is like number 100. Okay, thank you. So look. What you call her? So they come out to court. She don't say nothing. Then we see her back at the house with her publicist, Lamont. Okay. So then she's talking to him about what went on, and she not divorced. She thought she was going to be. The judge gave him a continuance. Apparently they were supposed to come to some kind of agreement. He gave them to 12 noon to do it. They couldn't come to no agreement. Instead of the judge just making a decision, he gave a continuance. But that ain't all he did. Child locked Kelli soon to be ex-husband up, her husband up. Put him in jail because he ain't paid no child support. And we found out he done been locked up before about the child support and just paid the purge to get out. He paid the purge to get bailed out of jail. And when he came to court today, he was behind again. Well, not today, but during that episode when he was behind again, they locked his butt up again. Sure did, right there in the courthouse. So she still ain't divorced. She upset. It is what it is. I'm sorry, girl. Divorces ain't always easy. And that man that she got, from what we can hear, it sounds like he's really, really bitter with her. And that's just strange. That's just strange. So look, now this is what shocked me. Now Shamia came to see her. Hey, Krista Jones, thank you for being 101. Shamia came to see her. Now I wasn't surprised that Shamia came to see her. I was surprised that Shamia was dressed so nice. The heifer had on a tangerine satin wrap dress with a deep V, you know, relaxed collar, long sleeve. I said, wow, you know, Shamia looked nice. And I was like, well, dang. So she got it in her. She can do this. Go on, Shamia. I was so pleasantly surprised. I couldn't take my eyes off her. Even when Kelli was talking, I kept looking at Shamia. I said, wow. I mean, that tangerine was making her skin do things that defied the laws of physics and nature. I mean, she was giving it. I said, go ahead, Shamia. This is a far cry from the Balenciaga suit with Balenciaga wrote all over it. Oh, this is a far cry from that. Shocking. Even the accessories was tasteful. I didn't even know. Listen, if it wasn't for her face, I wouldn't have known it was her. If you'd have just showed me the outfit, I'd have never knew it was her. Say that was her only nice look for the episode. I'm not going to say that. This whole episode, she looked better than she been looking. Okay? Auntie Kim say he's bitter because allegedly she attacked his oldest daughter. Oh, really? Oh. But then, wait. According to who? Because I need to know what happened. Did the oldest daughter come and say that she jumped on her? Because if it came from him, I don't know. Because she said he been beating her up the whole time. We got to hear from the oldest daughter. Do she have an Instagram, girl? Because I want to go look. Yeah, she look good. Shamia look good. Say, not me rewinding to see. I like to watch along with the notes. Okay, I like that. Keep up with my notes. Yeah, that dress is bad. The dress is bad. I said, all right, Shamia, color choice and all. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. You know, not for nothing. Oh, she fired his oldest daughter. Oh, well, if she wasn't doing what she supposed to do, out the door you go. I don't care who your dad is. I don't like Kelli, but she ain't got to keep her around if she ain't doing what she supposed to do. But not for nothing with Shamia. Shamia should avoid like black and white outfits. Like she likes to, you know, the black and white, you know, that whole palette is not for her because her skin is so warm and it's just like it don't do a lot for her. It don't do it. Like when she went to Phaedra's event, I wasn't mad at that outfit. I like the metallic detail at the border. You know, that was almost like mimicking piping in a way at the border of the dress. I liked it, but I think it would have looked nicer if it was gold. I think, hey, had she chosen one with like gold hardware, it would have just popped better on her skin. But she still had better fashion choices this whole episode than we have seen her all season. Shamia been hurting our eyeballs every episode. This girl was in Grenada going to jab trying to put on Chanel galoshes. Listen, man, this y'all got to give it to her. Did she look way better than she been looking? Now, you know, I'm just saying. Now, Vet say early in the season, Kelli explained that his eldest daughter was beating up her eldest and she pulled her off Chloe. Oh, please, child, do you know he can go to the nearest hell? Because if his child had jumped on my child, baby, okay. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. He doing good. All she did was foul. You can't be jumping on women sure and think they ain't going to do nothing with you. I don't care how cool a lady is. Ain't too many ladies going to let you do nothing to their children. I don't know too many. And I don't blame her neither. At all. So look. Anywho, so they sitting up there talking. She telling her about the man that got arrested. The judge did the continuance, didn't let her out the marriage. She wanted to get out, but you know, you gotta do what the judge wants you to do. The judge didn't want to make a decision, didn't want to make a ruling, gave a continuance, locked the man up because he ain't paid that child support. And you a grown behind man, pay that child support, okay? Anyway, so while they sitting there, Angela called to check on her. But to me, it seemed like Angela got real hesitant once she knew Shamia was sitting there with Kelli. It's like she was calling to try to get Kelli business, but something about Shamia sitting there, it's like her rhythm was off. She got kind of hesitant. She didn't, you know, the conversation didn't really flow like that. And she went on and got off the phone, right? Anywho, after she gets off the phone, you know, they talking or whatever, Shamia asked her about Brit Edie. Then Brit, she told her Brit ain't spoke to her since they got back from Grenada, right? Okay, so boom. And she said she basically she feel like Brit ain't reciprocating the same kind of support she gave her, you know, even with all the Kenya stuff. And then, you know, I didn't even think about it that way, but she kind of got a little point. But then I can kind of see why. Honestly, y'all know I don't like Bang Bang sleazy, but Bang Bang had a little bit of a point too. Mm-hmm. Right, Auntie Kim, she couldn't be nosy. That's why she got off the phone. Because see, Angela want to be in everybody else's business, but she ain't comfortable with her business being on front. And I kind of get it, but you know, kind of don't. But Bang Bang got a little bit of a point too, being that maybe, you know, maybe she felt like you said that to the glam team, but you ain't say it to me. I don't know. But I kind of get where Kelli coming from, because hey, she was your friend and you threatened to shoot somebody, and she still showed up for you, brought you flowers, brought you food, paid for IV therapy to come to your house to you. Like, she kind of did a lot, paid for the little peace brunch for you, you know, set that all up, even though she served half raw grits and took your side and lied for you. You know, when she was over there with Kenya trying to pick models for her salon opening, she bluntly lied right to Kenya's face for you. Hey, too adorable. Thank you for being 106. So I can kind of get why Kelli would feel like, Girl, I don't, I'm over here being a whole cheerleader. Like she was doing a whole Brit Edie pep rally with the rest of the girls. And I guess with her going through the divorce or whatever, and she keeps saying that it's stressful to her, I suppose I could see where she would think that, her friend would be interested in supporting her. But I guess she does not feel that way. Okay. So there you go. Phaedra mentioned about the show coming up or whatever, said it was her best friend shopping. She set up the show. Nothing really there. Yep, she lied initially that she didn't hear the pistol comment. Yes, she did, Gifty. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she went all out for Brit. Honey, you going through a divorce and you stressed out and you telling her how bad you feel, and that girl ain't even send you a text message, to say, dog, kiss my foot, nothing. So then we get the ladies at Kelly's cooking event. So she invited Drew, Phaedra, and Angela. So they over at the cooking event, and it based on something that was said at one of their little kickbacks at somebody's house, where Angela suggested that her and Uncle Charles should have a cook-off. And so we got the showdown. We got the showdown of the century. The waffle, the waffle competition, the waffle slam, the waffle championship. I don't know what you want to call it, but that's what it was. So they had a whole waffle cook-off. This was Kelli, all 4 foot. She say 4'11". I don't know if that's true. I don't believe her. I believe it's more like 4'8". I think she tried to pad it with a couple of inches so she could intimidate Charles Oakley. She didn't want him to get overconfident. So she let him know, all 4'11" of this is coming at you. And she was dead serious. Uncle Charles say, if you come at him about the kitchen, he come in and show and prove. Okay. Now I ain't like that he kind of clowned Angela about the kitchen, and she was like, don't act like I can't cook nothing, like I can't do nothing in the kitchen. I don't know my way around the kitchen. He said, you can walk around the kitchen. And I was like, dang, that's cold. But all right. So he came game face on. Oakley in the house. He ready. He was ready to slam dunk them waffles. And they, got to cooking and cooking off. And they was having a wonderful time. It's lots of trash talking. I enjoy that. Love to see people cook. It was nice. And then they said it was like a tie. Like, it came out to be a tie. I thought that was okay. Kelly was talking to the ladies and stuff. Angela immediately asked about Brit, because y'all know, for whatever reason, Angela Oakley is the self-appointed friend police. She go around asking about everybody's friendships. Girl, make friends with somebody so we can ask about yours. Who are your friends? Who? Bianca said, yes, but they can't film both at the same time. She let Brit use them until she found her own, not for Brit to make them permanent. Right. And it's like when she be telling it, she tell it so messed up. Human nature say Charles always looks like someone begged him to be somewhere he didn't want to go. Well, some men is just ornery. And I fear that Charles is ornery. I want to believe that. Natasha St. Cyr said Charles is a horrible husband. I'm sorry, but he's awful to his wife. I'm not going to say that. Can't nobody say that he's horrible but her, Natasha. Now, girl, we see what we see. But we can't say he horrible to her. She got to tell us that now, because she live with that man. We don't live with that man. So let's not, I ain't gonna say nothing about nobody's husband, but he be tripping something. He be tripping. So Angela up there being the friend police. What's up with you and Brit? And she was like, we ain't talked or whatever. And Phaedra was like, ain't that your best friend? Drew, I think, was trying to chime in, but she ain't memorable unless she playing victim. So she ain't really give us nothing. Antoinette said, why did they film Kelli and Charles standing next? Because there was a cooking competition. It's a cooking competition, Antoinette. She was at her griddle while he was at his griddle. It was a showdown. It was a batter, oil, and spatula showdown. They was in there getting it in. How you going to compete and you can't stand next to your opponent? It's not her fault that he that big. Kelli swole herself up to a full 4'11" for the showdown. What is she going to do? She gotta win. She gotta win. Bianca say, oh, she was telling Human Nature, Charles was on Watch What Happens Live tonight, and he said he don't care what folks say. His wife knows their dynamic. As long as she happy, he good. Amen. And that's how I feel, and we're going to close the book on that. And that's why I said, unless she say she ain't happy, I'm happy for her. Angel B, okay, the Waffle House of Atlanta. That's what we got tonight. And it was nice to see a competition that was friendly and fun, wholesome, clean, just good natured fun. I enjoyed it. But Kelli got out of the conversation real quick with them, ain't that your best friend? She was like, well, that's not normal or whatever. She was like, yeah, maybe not, but right now I got to kind of focus on me. And that was good. Just get out of the conversation, because why is anybody answering to the friend police? That's just weird. I'm sorry. So then we found out down to Brit's house that she took Phaedra's advice when Phaedra told her to, show herself friendly. People telling you they ain't been to your house, invite them to the house. Okay. So she invited Cynthia and Portia over, which is nice, I suppose. Hey, Allie from Miami. Thank you for being 113. So they get up in there. They talked about the trip or whatever, and they tired, and Portia say her knees tired because she spent all her time, shaking her booty. Y'all know booties is heavy. After a while, they get the best of you. And they talking about it, and Portia was just like, man, everybody had a good time. It didn't go like it could have went. Even if anybody bickered, they made up really fast. It was cool. Brit couldn't let it be like that. No, she couldn't let it be positive. No, not Leatherface. Leatherface went straight to talking about the glam team and Kelli, and we had been sharing the same glam team. No, honey. She let you use her glam team until you got one, and then you got weird because you're weird. Natasha say being humbled and humiliated on TV by your husband equal happiness for some, not for me. No, thank you. Right. That's why you're not married to him. That's her husband. Listen, you ain't got to believe me, but let married people be, because people be taking up for a woman talking about, oh, he treat her so bad, this and that. And that woman will take that man's side. And next thing you know, then both of them is after you. I don't really do that with the married people. You know what I'm saying? Let her say she happy. If she say she happy, she happy. If she say she unhappy, then we on your side, girl. The day she say, I'm sick of him doing this, sick of him treating me, talking to me like that, then we gonna say, that's right, girl, yeah. But long as she staying there smiling, all right, girl. Hey, DM Rocks. Yeah, I don't mess with married people stuff like y'all know I kind of shy away from that. Angie girl say, why Brit didn't clean that side of the room? Stuff was everywhere. Did y'all not see them plastic cups? Child, she blamed that on renovation. Yeah, he crotchety and ornery and grumpy. But anyway, so she told him about the renovation, but talking about the glam team we had been sharing, trying to set this, narrative that they were just sharing a glam team. Girl, that was her glam team, and she loaned them to you to help you out while y'all was in Nashville. Don't be trying to act like y'all were just sharing no glam team. We already know what it was. She tried to look out because you didn't have one. You didn't have one. And at this point, Britt, just tell the truth. You couldn't afford one. And your friend that was doing a little bit better with the coin said, I got you, girl, because we're going to make sure you straight because you my girl. But that don't mean you take over that girl whole team. Like, it's just weird. And I just don't like it. Just don't like it. So anyway, she did that. Of course, Portia and them sitting down like, what? Why? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Like they hadn't already discussed it, laughed and kikied about the whole don't want her to use the glam team. And she told him, don't work with me, girl. We already know because you told Phaedra. You already told Phaedra. Right. We do not get in them grown people business. No. Yes, Brit gonna be remembered for being weird. Weird, super weird. Makeup addict say even Forever Neutral Cynthia said on Watch What Happens Live that she should have had her own glam squad. And should have. That's some weird mess. Human Nature says she said the team told her not to work with them. I mean, even if they told her, if you call and say, can you come over? I'm sure they did tell her. Kelli said, no. You either work for one or the other. We're not doing both. Well, they didn't. Ain't but one person jumped ship. The one that looked like Tamala Man. Take me to the king. Anyway, so she telling them about that or whatever. And in the middle of all of that, Then she say, well, the stylist is working for the stylist over there now. And now they working for now they working with Shamia. So Portia and them like, well, I ain't know about that. You know what I'm saying? But you telling them that, like, is that a smoking gun that they work with Shamia? I mean, if tonight's episode was any reflection, kudos to the glam team. Because we ain't seen Shamia wear clothing that flatter her lovely face, her great figure, and everything, and displays her opulence in a way that's graceful since this season started. So if they're working with Shamia, thank you, Lord. And I'll tell you something else about that. Old Brit, you know, Leatherface. Kelly's probably not uncomfortable with them looking out for Brit or whatever here and there, because Shamia's not trying to take the whole team. She doesn't have a need to poach this girl's entire glam team. So if one of the stylists is helping her pick outfits, praise the Lord. Because Shamia looked splendid in that tangerine satin wrap dress with the deep V and the tasteful accessories. She looks splendid. So you ain't hurting nothing like that. And she ain't got to worry about you not paying and then them people having an attitude with her looking for her to do it. Because anything Shamia want to do, she can pay for. Because she married well. Her husband getting big contracts out there to them airports and stuff. He making big bank. He big bank Hank. Okay? So she said that, and you could tell she was trying to get a certain reaction. And when she didn't get the reaction she was looking for, then she's like, well, you know, if I be holding stuff that Shamia be saying, that she be saying, like that Shamia be saying, you mad with Brit. Why are you talking about, oh, Shamia be saying stuff? Shamia say so much stuff about you. So much stuff. Hey, Classy. And then Portia was like, not so much stuff. What you mean so much stuff? Yes, so much stuff. Yeah, because she showed me text messages. Are y'all talking? So what's the text messages? Something about that you said that, you know, your lawyer said you got to focus on yourself. Girl, if you seen text messages, that's all you had. I don't think it was no text message that you saw. I don't think that. But she was looking for something to try to make Portia mad with Shamia because she's angry that she can't use and mooch off of Kelli no more. She wanted to mooch off that girl. She felt entitled to mooch off of that girl. And she's mad because now she's buddy-buddy with somebody that's got coin. And she don't have to worry about moochers. Nobody mooching. So you mad with Shamia for being friends with her. So you call yourself spraying Shamia to Portia. Now, Portia was in the, you know, confessional, like, you know, it wasn't my lawyer that said that, it was actually my therapist. And she felt like, you know, if Shamia repeated that, you know, clearly it had to come from, you know, if it came, you know, not if, because who else would have been able to say that? You know, repeating that kind of crossed a line, but in the moment, she still didn't feed into it with them, which I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool. She didn't feed into it. She didn't like it, but she didn't feed into it. And she was like, I'm gonna say this. And it was like a pregnant pause there. And Brit was waiting, like, oh, I'm gonna get something. She was like, I'm gonna say this. Just, you know, do whatever you feel you need to do. And she left it at that. And you could tell Brit was very disappointed. She was very disappointed. She thought she was gonna get some fireworks, honey. Fireworks. Bianca said, right. She made it seem like she had an issue with Shamia. That irritated me so bad. And Shamia probably showed her that one text to prove why she's giving Portia grace, and she twisted it into something. That's exactly what she did. She did. Classic Quilla say, Brit, is she giving single black female? It's giving down on her look and looking for somebody to use. Adore say, Brit is really trying to push the narrative of it being the glam team when it really, in reality, Kelli got a wake-up call about her real character. That's what it was, Adore. Hey, boo, is this your first time? If so, welcome. Please let us know so we can welcome you. Yeah, Portia's going, you know, Portia got to go to that therapist. I think Portia been going to therapy ever since they made her go to anger management for whooping on people and chasing people in alleys and stuff. I think ever since then, Portia been going to therapy. Yep, since they shut it down and said, y'all talk through it. Yeah, because that's what needs to happen. You got to, you know, move past it. She was trying to get fireworks. She wants somebody else to fight because she really ain't smart enough to fight. She not. She's a real low life. Too adorable say Brit is the worst type of person to be friends with. She stays trying to make other people look bad, and she look desperate all the time. All the time. All the time. And it's just too much. Uh-oh, y'all. Adore says it's her first time. So let's welcome Adore. Let me put my welcome in the chat first. And y'all know to spam the chat with the word welcome. Okay. Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. Please subscribe. Please hang around. Please come back. Natasha said, I love therapy. That's great for Portia. Yeah. Because everybody got stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be healthy all the time. Sometimes you just ain't mentally healthy, and that's okay. Like you're not embarrassed if you catch a head cold. So don't be embarrassed if something, with your mental health is not quite right. We got to erase the stigma. Go get the help so we can be cool. Oh, Cynthia said she told Shamia what Brit said. I'm glad she did. Hey, Lisa Triggs. And thank y'all for welcoming everybody. Brianna King, what's up? How you doing, Bookie? So glad to see you. So listen, I was just like, wow, you really tried to do that. You really tried to get that off. Nasty. So she told her to do what she got to do. So back to the competition, right? This before they declared a tie and everything like that. This man walks up to Angela. And if you ask me, he had a little sugar in his tank. So I'm trying to figure out. Oh, thank you, Brianna. So the man had a little sugar in his tank. Hey, Tamika Graham. So I'm trying to figure out, can I talk to you for a minute? First of all, how are you a man going to try to walk up to this woman that you ain't never met or spoke to in your life? Can I talk to you for a minute? Like she going to let you pull her away from the group of people she came with to just talk with a random strange man off by himself. And so with him, got a little sugar in his socks and stuff. I'm like, is you trying to say that Uncle Charles play like that with you? I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? And Angela did good because she didn't, give him no energy. And but I didn't like it. It felt real wrong. Really wrong. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I'm glad you feel welcome. Please know that you are welcome. Take your shoes off. Talk, say anything you like. You're safe here. It's a safe place to run off at the mouth. Tell everything, child. Tell us everything you think. 2 reasons Brit ain't going to the reunion. No glam team and stirring up mess she can't handle. Right. Because she can't borrow no makeup and a glam team from Kelli. Yeah, 5 pounds of sugar. Pure cane sugar, too. Not the white kind, baby, the brown. Hey, Vita, thank you for being 120. I did eat a little something and I'm drinking my water. So, yeah, he got a little sugar in his socks. So I was like, I know you ain't finna say that. Angela did good. She didn't go nowhere with him. He told her his name was Marcus, but, didn't know her. I want to tell you something about your husband. He was at my restaurant and, trying to let it be known, that something funny was going on, that he was cheating or whatever. That's what he was trying to go with. But she ain't going nowhere with him. Now, what I will say, when he did that, Drew and Phaedra both was like, well, who is that? You know what I'm saying? And Angela was like, I don't know who he is. He said his name is Marcus, and it came to tell her something about her man, and I'm not going nowhere with him or whatever. And it's just like, I don't know him from nowhere. And Phaedra was like, yeah, I think you need to keep it that way. I say, that's right, Phaedra. Tell her, don't even give him no conversation. Stay away from that man. And I'm going to say this too. I like the fact that even though it was just the other 2 ladies there, I like the fact that they held her down. They held her down. They backed her up. They didn't play into none of his mess. The man, y'all, for those of y'all who didn't see it, he went over to another table toasting the people, being loud, talking about, that Charles Oakley is cheating on his wife, just loud and stuff. And so, Phaedra was like, not in here. We're not doing this in here. I say, that's right, Phaedra. Because I don't think Angela know how to really, shut stuff down without being extra. It was a good thing that Charles didn't hear it, because we know he'll, it can get rough. So I'm glad he didn't hear it, because we did not need him with no charges, and that could have turned into something. But shout out to them ladies for holding her down. And you know what? That put me in the mind. Y'all remember that season when Candy was finna marry old trifling good for nothing Todd, and that woman came there, trying to throw salt at Candy, and you're a come up and this and that. It reminded me of that season, the way all them ladies, backed Candy up and made sure, like, you're not finna embarrass her at this table. You're not finna do nothing. Candy stood up for herself, and they backed her right on up. Phaedra, Nene, Kenya, all of them. It reminded me of that. And I was like, That's what I'm talking about. Don't let nobody do that. Don't let nobody do that. I don't care. I don't care if we ain't, you know, on the best of terms or nothing. Don't let nobody do that to another lady. Antoinette said Angela wouldn't have showed them the same respect. No, she wouldn't have. But your character shouldn't be, shouldn't be, dependent upon whether the other person has good character. It shouldn't depend on that. But I did appreciate that. I did. Yvette said, yes, I was glad because of the way the season preview went. I thought it was Phaedra causing trouble. No. Angela still has it out for Brit. I don't know. We're not talking about that. I don't know, Classy. I don't know. So listen. So after all that happened, it was touch and go for a minute. Like I said, I was glad that Charles didn't hear it. And then we left that scene alone. Thank God. Then, they leaving good to get in their cars and stuff. Phaedra is like me with that phone, because I'm telling you, if I'm somewhere and something jump off, before I can drive off, I'm already dialing, because I'm finna tell. Now, please understand. I'm going to back you up in the moment. And I ain't gonna, darn sure ain't gonna let no men embarrass you. Oh, but as soon as I get in the car, I'm mashing the phone. Some of y'all like that too. You might not tell the truth. If you like that too, put a 3 in the chat, because I'm like that. I'm getting on the phone, girl. And that's what she did. She called Portia, and Portia was still over there at the Bang Bang house, and Cynthia was there. And she was like, child, let me tell you what just happened up in there. It was a man. He came up there to tell Angela that Charles was cheating on her to the place and making a scene. And the girls was all in for some good gossip. Now, what's funny to me is that Cynthia and Portia understood the assignment. Brit dumb behind sitting there like she thought they was finna get into calling the man a cheater and all that. Sid and Portia understood the assignment. See, that's why I say the old school girls, we just need to get the old school. Matter of fact, bring back all of the old school girls. Cause them new chicks, they ain't hitting on nothing. Right, Leander? That's what I'm talking about. This is what we do. We getting on that phone. Before I crank up, I'm gonna lock the doors first because I don't want to get robbed. But yeah. Sis on the phone say 3 in the chat if you like that. That's right. If you like that. Shout out to Nate Vardies. But yeah, I'm like that. I'm getting on that phone immediately, telling everything I know in detail, just like I be telling y'all. So Portia was like, oh, I know Charles threw some hot rice on him or something. I say, yeah, that's what that kind of kiki is for. Brit done behind thinking, oh, we finna be, I'm telling you, go back and watch her demeanor. Because when it was said, her eyes lit up, ooh, like she thought it was some juice like that. No, baby, this is for the, how bad did they show out? Because I know he supposed to went upside their head. Hey, Creeby, thank you for being 127. So Portia talking about, I know he throws some hot rice on him. And so Phaedra was like, no, he ain't him. And so she was like, dang. And she was like, well, what'd she say? She was basically talking about if I was Angela, I would have had to blow it up. So, they was on the right page. Brit just lost in the sauce. Right, Angie girl, lost. Just lost in the sauce. I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here? Literally, you can't even afford to be here. You supposed to be out here with the rest of us regular girls, because obviously you can't do what these girls do. Not on fashion, not on fighting, not on gossip, not on nothing. Just leave. Just leave. Okay. But it was funny to me. It was really funny to see that, that moment. That moment was hilarious. So then we get to Phaedra's event or whatever, right? So let's talk about this, because see, a lot of the mess went on at this one here too. A lot of it went on here. So look, Phaedra had her event or whatever. She's saying that she told all of them, y'all got to be on time, because this ain't just no private event just for the cast. It's a lot of people that's coming there that's supposed to be there, I guess, that's going to equal some money and stuff. And that makes sense. Don't nobody want their money bad. So Portia called before the event to let her know Londi had passed. Y'all remember in real time when Londi passed. So that was during the time when Londi passed. And so she called to tell her, girl, Londi gone. I can't come over there. And so Phaedra understood. She was like, look, I know that, that's your cousin, but she was like a little sister to you. I know you messed up right now. And, she had some sweet words to say about Londi and everything. And so there it is. And ain't nobody looking for her to come. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like if one of my first cousins passed that I'm close with, I'm not coming, you know. It's a couple of them now, you know. I'll still be at any event that's been planned. But the ones you close to, y'all know how that hurt, you know, especially when it's your mama people. Y'all know how that is. So anyway, she gets off the phone with her or whatever. And Kelli comes in with her little sparkly mini dress situation. You know, Kelli just wears some wacky stuff. And Phaedra fills the girl up. Soon as she come in the door, like, oh, look at the boobies is out. And so Kelli's like, I wore them out just for you. So apparently Kelli is used to Phaedra and her grabby, weird, crazy self. Because I'm like, Lord, she just goosed the girl. The child walked in, Phaedra goosed her. Just goosed her. Kelli just happy to be at the cool kids table and away from the poor kids table. I'm starting to get a better understanding for Kelli, because at first I thought, oh, she just ditched that girl because she want to be with the cool kids. She ditched that girl because that girl was a doggone leech and mooching off her cash. And don't listen, I don't care how much of a giving person you are. Don't nobody like to be used. Nobody likes that. So at this point, Kelli's like, look, if this how y'all play, goose away. Kelli's like, goose away, honey, because I'm not going back to the poor kids table. I'm not doing it. And I say, well, shout out to you, girl. I'm not mad. So anyway, you know, they spoke and she's like, oh, she's so tiny and cute and whatever. Yes. Phaedra just feeling on everybody. Just feel, yeah, grab Cynthia's booty, all that. Just goosing, grabbing, handsy. Okay. Human nature say, I think Brit's insecurity is what made her lash out with anger so much. She feels like she don't measure up with the ladies, and her self-doubt causes her to act like that. What I agree, but you knew you didn't measure up when you faked in front of them and pretended you had the funds to be there. Why didn't she try to get on baddies? Because that's more her tea. I'm just saying, hey, Sharon Middleton. Yeah, she left the poor kids table. Kelli didn't want to be over there. She said, this is not the table for me. I don't work too hard to sit at the poor kids table. And shout out to her for her waffles and her syrup and stuff. I don't even eat waffles, but I kind of want to buy some of her syrup just to say I'm supporting a sister, because y'all know I believe in supporting a sister. I ain't got to like you, but I support you. Hey, Ruth Ann Leverett, thank you for being 133. So then Cynthia came in, cheekbones, looking, you know, model-esque as always, got her booty grabbed by Phaedra. Shamia come in with the, you know, the black bodycon situation with the silver hardware at the top. It was flattering to her figure. I wish it was gold hardware instead of silver, but it was still decent, you know, compared to what we've been seeing Shamia do. Primo. Okay, primo. Can't win them all. And then she felt Kelli up. So she handsy too. But you know, we done seen her and Portia grabbing and squishing on each other for years now. So apparently, you know, some of them just handsy. So she goosed Kelli too. Kelli's had her at this point. Kelli's been goosed 2 to nothing. Whole thing. Just getting goosed all over the place. Angela showed up in this like retro Chanel look. Really cute. Black and white. Go, Angela. I was like, yeah. And they was like, oh, let us see the booty. Angela was guarding the booty. She's like, Angela's like, please do not goose me. Can I keep my booty to myself? Because they was trying to get to Angela's booty. And baby, listen, booties were not safe in that room. So I thought that was a real funny, crazy, quirky moment. And all that. Brit comes in this cheap looking sheer situation. It was like sheer, and then it had like a strip of fabric just over the middle of her boobs, and this sheer thing over her behind, and then some weird strips of cloth hanging from the side. Like, I don't know what that was, nor do I know what that wig was. That wig was disturbing my spirit, and I don't know why. It was a problem. So she came in there half naked, speaking to everybody but Kelli. And then I guess I think she thought she was going to rattle Kelli by speaking to her last. And by the time she spoke to Kelli, Kelli didn't even respond, honey. She had to speak to her 2, 3, 4 times. And Kelli still gave her dust. I say, God dang, Brit, you done been dusted 2 times in 1 season? Your first season? First, Kenya Moore gave you the dusty mouth. Then Kelli gave you the dusty mouth. At least Kenya like responded back to you. Not bless her sheen heart, Jesus. Maybe it was Pretty Little Things again. Or, you know, maybe she went and got some Fashion Nova or something, you know. Antoinette said they all look nice. Brit was trying too hard. Yes, honey. It wasn't doing it. Brit had a cut and a cut and paste outfit with a wig by Lassie. I ain't studying you, DS, and that's why you in that corner. That's why you did 19-second violation. Crazy self. 19-second. Bianca said Kelli paid her nothing. I'm like, Kelli about to show her tail in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So Kenya gave her the dusty mouth, and then now Kelli done came through, hit her with the dusty mouth and a tumbleweed. I was like, what the hell is going on? She advertising bare naked, all right, her bare naked tail in cheap fabric. So Kelli was like, okay, Kenya, I'm gonna see your dust and raise you 2 tumbleweeds, okay? And that's what she gave her. And so then Kelli was in her confessional, y'all. And Kelli was like, girl, all this stuff I done went through, I done did this, that, this, supporting you, and you couldn't even check on me or see about me. She's like, all of that over a glam team. She said, that girl is not my friend. I said, all right. I was about like, Phaedra called her strawberry shortcake. I was 1 minute from saying, all right, strawberry shortcake, you better come through with the wisdom. So she was like, that girl is not my friend. And she not, baby. She is not your friend. She was your user. She was your user. That's why she got that mad about a glam team. Because like she say, the whole team, the videographer, you need everybody? She said, that ain't none of my friends. And she not wrong. And so Angela tried to come back to what they was talking about, because before Brit came in with the sheer on and bits of cloth covering nipples and butt cracks and stuff, they was talking about the man. So they was talking to Angela about the man, about the man. Cynthia said they told me about the man. Now the man came over to bother you about Charles, what was going on. So Angela had done told them that some people that know her had done found the dude in his restaurant and roll up on him and say the dude told the people that went over there that somebody paid him to do that. And so everybody was like, who paid? Who paid? What happened? Who paid? Somebody paid. And Kelli was like, maybe it's the person that didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And that they went off on that tangent. But Angela let us know that he described a gentleman that paid to tell. So I'm just like, a man paid to tell? I mean that a girl couldn't have sent a man to pay and tell. Now let me tell y'all this. What I'm thinking. I'm not saying that this is what happened. I'm not even saying that I think for sure that it's real, right? Antoinette said, well, we know it wasn't Brit, right? But then again, we don't know. We don't know. And I'm going to tell you why we don't know. We don't know because just because people don't pay their bills, it don't mean that they don't use money for irresponsible, stupid stuff. Because I was sitting here thinking, and like I said, not even that I think she really did it, but I was sitting here thinking like it would be messed up if we find out that the man that went to him was Brit's husband. If we find out that he was the one that sent that man over there, that'll be messed up. Because Brit and her husband, they kind of seem like they on the same team. Like they do their dirt together type stuff. And I feel like if she was going to do something slimy, that he would help her. So I hope that's not the case. But Antoinette said we know it wasn't her. We'll know it was her if the person come back out and be like, Brit promised me the money and she only paid half. Then that'll be real trifling. You paid somebody to do something, they don't get their money, like Stacey Rush over on Potomac paid TJ to pretend to be her man and then didn't pay the rest of the money. But if that's the case, we will hear it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing stays in the dark forever, right? Nothing forever. So anyway, when Kelli was like, well, it could have been the one who didn't show up. That's when it jumped off. And see, Cynthia tried to cool him off to stop him from going back and forth. She tried to cool him off to stop him from going back and forth, but they wasn't having it. Like Kelli was trying to let it go, but Brit was trying to get an argument real bad because she was embarrassed at that point because Kelli wouldn't speak to her. Because she was like, you could talk to me, you could speak to me. And she was like, Kelli was just not interested. I'd say, ooh, girl, you about to make me respect you a little bit. I ain't gonna like you, but she was about to make me respect her a little bit. Kelli wasn't with it. And so back to the notes. She was like, you could tell she was looking for a fight and she going back and forth and about the glam team and, you know, Kelli ended up telling her about her pill popping roommate. She was like, look, you insecure. And she was like, oh no, see, she instead of talking to Kelli, she yelling to the girls because she trying to put on a show for the girls. Kelli was talking to her. Let me say that again. While they were bickering, Brit was talking to the girls. Kelli was talking to her. See, that's the difference in somebody who fed up with you and somebody who trying to save face. Brit was trying to save face because she was embarrassed. Kelli was fed up and she was talking to Kelli was talking to Brit soul. So while she talking about, oh, she's the one insecure, you know, she had me using her glam because she need a sidekick. And this, I mean, she was trying to. Next thing we know, Kelli started talking about, girl, you and your pill popping roommate. I was like, the roommate. Phaedra was like, okay, well, we got a match point because what your roommate? Okay, the pill popping roommate. And so then she, you know, when Kelli's trying to, you know, you could tell when somebody pissed and like, I'm gonna get away from you because I'm about to go up. So Kelli trying to leave, and she was like, oh, you ain't tell them about the abortions you had while you was married or something to that effect. And so Kelli went off and she was like, girl, you can't even have children. I said, eek, heavy. So Kelli's trying to walk through whatever door, you know, they trying to cool her off. And she was like, oh, she's a hoe. And then call her, you know, a couple of choice hoes. And the hoes was flying and everywhere. I mean, the fur was flying, the hoes was flying, the lies was flying. So, you know, by that time, Brit yelling back, Brit in the argument, she yelling, oh, the stylist say you look a mess. And so I'm sitting there like, but if the stylist was talking to you about your best friend, which really was just your benefactor because you po, why you ain't tell her? Now, I want y'all to remember, this the same girl that sat up in there in Grenada in that room telling Kelli, like, I'm supposed to be your friend. Why you wasn't coming back to tell me what Shamia said? But this her glam team that she paid, that she loaned to you, and her stylist, according to you, was sitting up with her talking about she look a mess. Like it wasn't their job to make sure she don't look a mess. Why you ain't gonna tell her that? Why you wait the mad day to go say, oh, your stylist say you look a mess? So everybody then is talking to Brit like, girl, you can't just be saying like that was really low. And you remember how you felt when Kenya went all the way to the gutter on you, talking about abortions and whatnot. So while Phaedra trying to calm Kelli down, you know, Kelli was like, first off, it's my body. But on top of it being my body, she said she had her tubes tied after the twins. She couldn't get pregnant if she wanted to. So it's giving. Brit, you just dry lie, huh? We watched you try to make up something on Shamia with Portia and then couldn't even come up with nothing. Now, oh, you done had all the abortions you had while you was married. This girl say she done had a whole tube ligation after she had twins. And see, I know a little something about that. Because after you done had too many children and you want the tubes tied, them people normally tie your tubes before you leave the hospital. So where would the abortion have came from? See, Brit, you just dry lie. You a scam artist. You ghostwrite for Drake, don't you? You a straight scam artist. That's what that is. Because it don't make no sense. So they cooling her off, cooling her down, whatever. Then the show starts, okay? They got them calm. Kelli was trying to leave. Phaedra got her to stay. Everybody sitting down. Everybody chilling. Everybody stay. Hey, when in Rome. I mean, she could have. But we also know that Brit dry lies. I don't believe her. She need more people. I'm going to tell you that right now. Once I catch you telling a pack of lies, you need more people. You need more people. You know, your word don't cut it. Thank you, girl. After I had that lesson of mine, I wouldn't leave the hospital till they did it. Dr. Douglas Hall had to go in there and snip, snap, cut, tie, and burn. You'll never turn me into a NBA team. Antoinette said, I believe Kelli don't think she wanted to have 5 girls. Yeah, I don't believe that either. Because by the time you get them twins, then listen, then your number didn't go up by 1. It just went up by 2. 2 babies in diapers, girl, please. I believe her. And I don't believe Bang Bang at all. She didn't do good, though. She was actually corny and weak. By the time you screaming about abortions after this girl done toasted and roasted you about your pill popping roommate. No, ma'am. And you talking about what a glam team said that this lady pay and you can't afford to pay? No, ma'am. It was weak to me. Right. Why would anybody bring another child in such a toxic marriage? Yep. Exactly. But see, like Kelli told her, oh, you can't even get pregnant. So the fact that she can't even take in the first place, she don't know that when women have tubal ligations, you can very much end up with a tubal pregnancy. And you have to get that out because don't nobody want to lose their life behind that. Straight up. Man was tired and I wasn't leaving the hospital till it was done. Sure wasn't, because when them girls first started going at it and Kelli and Brit was talking about, oh well, I guess we gonna all have a story to tell. And Kelli said, well, I can't wait to story time. Phaedra was looking off to the side like, what's going on in here? Okay, so polluted. She can't even have children. Ain't no telling what all done went on in her innards while she was out there turning her cooch into Grand Central Station. Anywho, show starts, right? So they, bringing the people out, showing the furs and stuff, all like that. They, all the furs, the faux furs, real furs, all the models. I wasn't really caring so much about that. Drew showed up late and was like, well, I told her I was going to be late. I was in traffic. Everybody else made it their business to be there. Atlanta always got traffic. There's no excuse for that. If you know you're supposed to be somewhere, start early and get there on time, especially when somebody's telling you how important it is to be there on time. No, ma'am. Always with the late stuff. It's okay if that's your nature. I be late a lot of times too. But if somebody communicate to me that something is really, really, really important, you make an effort to be on time if it matters. If it don't, it don't. So she out there late, end up getting some chicken from the policeman. He was a decent looking young man. He was pleasant and nice, and he gave her some of his chicken. Because everybody won't share no chicken with you. That's how you know that he's a kind-hearted person. Because, if you ask for a stick of gum or a cigarette or something, they'll give you that. But you ask for a piece of chicken and he walked and brought it to her. That's how I know he good people. So at least she got a little, hors d'oeuvres, some light chops while she was outside waiting to get in, right? And y'all right. They did tell her, hey, Belize and JB, thank you for being 137. They did tell Phaedra that she was out there and she was like, it'd be on time because she told you. So they eventually let her in, but just not right at that moment while she was getting chicken from the policeman when it happened. But they did go ahead and let her in, right? And then they let the baby make his debut. DT, hey boo. So he made his debut and he walked out, showed his little pants, and his brother was out in a pair of his pants. And them children are so cute. They're so precious. And the oldest brother was like, trying to let them know y'all can pre-order, and gave him the website and everything. I thought that was really, really super, super cute. And then it was time for the ladies to do some shopping. And Phaedra got a little misty-eyed talking about the babies in the confessional. I understand. I'm happy for her. I like to see children do well. And I like to see mamas that take their job serious. I like that. That makes me very happy. So anyway, the ladies started shopping. Cynthia done found her pink and gray situation. Angela was shopping. We did see a little bit later. Somebody tried to hand her a ugly yellow fur. And she was like, get the yellow away from me. Get that big bird away from me. Angela do not want to be called Big Bird ever, never, no more. And I love that. I say, that's right, girl. Don't you let them put you in no yellow. Thank you for being 139, DT. Okay, Too Adorable say, it's sad he had his clothing line out before charade. Now, see, that is a 15-second violation. DS, come get your sister, Too Adorable. Come get Too Adorable. She got 15 seconds. So, while they doing that, Shamia sat down with Brit, not knowing Brit had sat up there, tried to lie on you and spray you and everything. So she sat down with Brit and was like, girl, why not call and check on her? All that. And she was like, no, because she told everybody and she didn't tell me, and other people had heard about it. And I'm sitting there like trying to recount in my mind when she told everybody. I think what Brit is mad about is because you can't use that girl no more, and the fact that she's friends with Shamia, because we didn't see Kelli talking about it to nobody, did we? Y'all remind me in the chat. Now I did see where she had told Phaedra about it, but I didn't see where Kelli told anybody. Did she tell it? I didn't see that. Because I saw that she had told Phaedra, and then Phaedra came and told Cynthia and Portia. Right? So she's like, no, she's been talking about it to other people, and maybe she's saying because she talked to the glam squad first, maybe that's what she meant. Like, you should have just said to me and not to them. I don't know. But that's what she claimed, and she's like, you know, by her doing that, then we ain't cool, so I'm not gonna be fake, and I can't be fake. And I'm like, girl, everything about your life is fake. But okay, I'm just saying, real noses have nostrils. That's all I'm saying. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. She can't be fake, but real noses have openings. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna say nothing else. So at that point, you could tell that Shamia was at a loss and she didn't know what else to do with that. Because how do you encourage reconciliation when the person's saying that other person is fake? Whether they're right or wrong, that's how they feel. It's nothing you can do, right? So then Phaedra grabbed the ladies, gathered them together, gathered them around, and she went ahead. I'm gonna put the StreamYard in the chat because I hope y'all got something to say. Because I have some thoughts. Wait. I have some thoughts. And here's the StreamYard because I want to know what y'all think. But I feel as though her letting them know about it, that was cool. Her trying to tell them about, oh, it's a sisterhood, and we got to try to get along. The Kumbaya Express. Shamia broke down because she's close. She's been close enough with them people, family long enough. I'm sure she does have affection of some sort for Londi. Because she definitely didn't hold it together well. And you could tell Phaedra has had her hand in the grief business for a minute, because she did pretty decent at trying to give the information in a sensitive way, and in a way that was kind of encouraging, and just letting them know, you don't never know when it's going to be the last time. And that's true, because it was just early in this season. They was all just round Londi when Portia did her Pamper by Portia event and everything, and Londi had planned that for them. So it was, one of those moments. It was just like, it was no way for, like, there was no good way for it to go, because grief ain't good. A lot of times we take it well. We might take it to good places. We may find something good in it, but grief just don't be feeling good. And that was a kind of heavy moment. I'm going to give it up. Phaedra kind of handled that gracefully. Shamia already knew about it, but she knew, I don't think Shamia thought she could talk about it. Not didn't have permission, but I think like emotion wise, I don't think she thought she could talk about it, because the minute Phaedra mentioned it, she just cracked. And it was like, ooh, and you can see it on everybody's face, especially the old school girls, you can see it on their face. It was just kind of, but death is like that. It don't always announce when it's coming. Death don't always announce when it's coming. Brit says, she said, Brit is giving every broke scammer in Atlanta a hope to get on RHOA, and is. I was complaining, so boring. Who is complaining? Did I miss something in the chat? And who is y'all? Yes, she's so young. She's so young. I don't, it's never good to see young people go. Grief don't feel good no matter who it is. When you got people who care about you, but it just kind of stings a little different when it's young people. It stings different. And that was tough. Shamia already knew Classy. She told him that. Hey, Belicious, how you doing? Yeah, 34, a baby. Just like that. But, life is like that. Phaedra had a point. I know she was kind of digging into her grief bag, because she works with people who are bereaved all the time and grieving families. So she dug into her bag and she, offered some encouraging words. And I thought that was really great of her to kind of do that. But it's just, it ain't no good way to deal with that or soak that up. Ain't no good way to really soak that up. A young person leaving like that, that's tough. Whether it's sickness, tragedy, whatever. Like, that's tough. That's really, really tough. Say, did you see everybody sitting down except Brit when Phaedra told them? Yeah, but you know, she ain't really worth mentioning. She's not. She you know, she sat up there and let somebody sick baby. She turned that into a moment about herself where she flashed them her plastic boobs and rubbed them on a rented countertop. So at this point, I'm just grateful she stood there and then started stripping. And didn't try to make Londy's passing about her too. I'm sure she was trying to figure out a way to make it about her. She just couldn't come up with one. When in Rome said, I like the face said that Shamia knew so it wouldn't look like Portia didn't tell her. Yeah. She made sure that it was clear, you know, she close enough to them people. I'm sure she, you know, but I don't think Shamia was in, you know, Shamia seems to be a more emotional person. I don't think she was able to really talk about it because I'm telling you, the minute that Phaedra was trying to let them know what was going on. And, you know, of course we know, but we letting y'all know, Shamia immediately broke down and you could see her like try to pull it in and it wasn't coming back in. So it was a little tough. That was a little tough. Say Brit couldn't sit, her outfit would have came apart. DS, take yourself back to the corner. 17 seconds. Take yourself back to the corner. So this is what I think, right? Overall, about some of the stuff that I think kind of stood out, right? Overall, this is what I think. You lost your bestie when we were both 36 from breast cancer. She had a 7 and a 3-year-old. I wasn't right for a long time. Yeah, it's tough. It is. It's tough. It's tough. I started losing friends before I got out of high school, unfortunately, you know. And it's, you know, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But I live in one of those places where, you know, we kind of get accustomed to losing folks to unpleasant circumstances, right? But episode. So right off the bat, okay, so it crashed again. So Papa will be back in the morning, so maybe he can help me find out why it keeps crashing. Like my Chrome keeps crashing, but at least it let me come back. DT say Brit's dress was sponsored by Handy Paper Towels. You so silly. But I think that one of the things that stood out to me, and I put in my notes, is that at some point we got to address the cultural insensitivity and anti-blackness on Bravo. It's got to be addressed. The comment that producer made about Shamia's child's skin, unacceptable. And like I know as Black women, we get online, we make noise when we need to. And I think we need to start rattling some cans because that's not okay. Why she's shining, greased up and all that, like absolutely not. If you don't understand who we are, that's the you problem, not a us problem. You do not get to be culturally insensitive. It is not okay. Okay. Nextly, if you want to be making money off of Black American culture, then I would advise you to apprise yourself of information and knowledge about Black American culture instead of just taking for granted that we're here and benefiting from our existence and our natural style, entertainment, and energy, because you're not entitled to it. And that was absolutely unacceptable. And we need to start making noise when stuff like that happen. The fact that you would visit that all the way down to one of our tiniest little Black girls, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is unacceptable and ain't no way in hell. Nextly, this situation with Brit and Kelli, I think that's one of the reasons that she didn't want to come there. I think there's more to it. I think that she was concerned about Kelli airing out all of everything she knew about her. I want to see what's going on with this guy, Marcus, because I hope that Brit ain't got nothing to do with that. But I think that it may be a lot more stuff that Brit has done that we don't know about. Something about her, like the more I find out about Brit, is I told y'all, we find out she's a whole scammer. This girl tried to scam the entire Bravo audience. She told us she was doing a lawsuit. And y'all know we talked about it in here. There is no lawsuit. No lawsuit whatsoever, because the steps she needed to take to do it, she couldn't pay it. She's supposed to pay the money to file and do service and stuff. She didn't pay it, but she put that information out and sent it out to news publications to scam the whole audience. So it's like the more we find out about Brit Edie, the more I just don't believe nothing. Like if you can try to scam everybody that watches Bravo, like the whole world, you know, top flight security of the world, Craig, anything you say is suspect. The mess she pulled with Kelli, oh, you had all them abortions. I absolutely believe that Kelly's telling the truth. She had a tubal after she had her twins. And I think that Brit is pulling that out of her behind. I really do. And I think it was really disgusting. But what else can we expect from this lady? What else can we expect from her? The stuff with Angela and Charles, I don't know. I think they're good. Whatever he is or ain't, I feel like that lady know her husband, and whatever she is accustomed to or cool with is what he's doing. I don't think he's gonna do anything that she's not okay with. That's just how I feel. Marcus looks like someone who would be friends with Brit's husband. Possibly, could be, but it looks like she's gonna have a sit down with him. I wish she had listened to Phaedra and just stayed away from that man, because Phaedra told her, like, if I was you, I would keep it that way. You don't know him, keep it that way. But it looks like she's gonna sit down with him, and I wish she wouldn't. Okay, that's right. DS, come get human nature. We're gonna give you a 18.5 second violation, okay, for human nature. Okay, Bianca clocked you. DS, come get human nature. Hey, blessed woman of God, how you doing? So I hope the person who cast Brit was fired. I hope so too. Because it's out of control. Like, this girl, what is she bringing to this show? Gun threats, lies, outfits from Pretty Little Things, country club events that she won't pay for, you know, screaming about abortion in public places. Like, there's a lot going on here. So, you know, at this point, I feel like Bravo probably has regretted it 100 times. That's what I think. Say the man sashayed away with a pink blanket. 9 seconds. DS, one more. Pick him up. That's what I'm going to start doing. Pick him up. Antoinette got 9 seconds. And the kids are great. This episode, Shamia looked better than she's been looking. She was not as annoying as she has been, because y'all know Shamia's been giving us a little bit of annoyance. She's been giving us the ick a little bit. She wasn't as annoying this episode, actually, and I think Brit was lying on her too. I'm going to just be honest. I think Brit was lying on Shamia. Let me say this out loud, because I can't believe I'm saying, but I'm going to say it. I like Portia and Cynthia vibe together more than Portia and Phaedra. I know it's the whole thing, frick, frack, yeah, you know, show our boobies, twerk. Cynthia and Portia energy, it's like it vibe a little bit better. I just really, you know, I like that a lot better. But it is what it is, you know. And when you get them all together, then it's really a key. But if it's got to be two people that I'm gonna see vibe, Cynthia and Portia's vibe, like, it's top tier. But yeah, so Brit is absolutely an uncouth creature, vintage. How you doing? But yeah, so, you know, it's a lot. And then I'm gonna say this: Drew ain't really give us nothing this episode. Nothing. Did y'all get anything from her? Even an attempt at something? Was she waiting for Portia to be in the same room with her to start to go and action? Where was Drew? Drew didn't show up. She didn't really show up. At Kelly's event where they was doing, you know, the Waffle showdown, Waffle jokes write themselves. Like, how do you not? I mean, I watched the Teen Titans. I saw Cyborg and Beast Boy make a whole song. Waffles, waffles, waffles. Like, Waffle jokes write themselves. This girl gave us nothing. We had a whole man come sashaying up, sprinkling glitter, talking about people's husbands. Nothing. I mean, nothing. I was just nothing. Showed up late. The most interesting thing she did was get some chicken from that the handsome young policeman. She was smart enough to get some chicken. Christian say, do she ever? Because I was like, where you at? What's going on? Alice say, what did Brit say about Shamia, baby? I don't know. Maybe it's next episode because it looked like she gonna say what she say to Shamia. Shamia ends up telling her, girl, you are lying on me, and I don't know why, or something to that effect. So maybe it's then. Maybe Shamia roasted her, and so she started saying nasty stuff about that girl child. But if that's the case, then I gotta wonder, Portia, why are you around somebody that would talk trash about your friend child? I don't care if y'all not that close. I got some people I grew up with that our mamas was friends. We not close like that. But you ain't finna talk about their babies in front of me. Shout out to Pat and Lena and Carla. But them Amanda's daughters. That's my mama bestest children. So even if we don't sit up under each other or whatever like that, I don't even do Lena like that. Sorry, girl, but it's real. You ain't finna come to me to talk about her children or her grandchildren, or you ain't finna do it in front of me and I'm gonna be sitting up in your face either. Because I might not be that cool with her, but you can't talk about her children. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is we're gonna wait and see exactly what Brit Edie said. At this point, anything could have been said. We're gonna wait and see. Belicious say, no, just her knocking hard as heck at that door. Right. What you knocking at the door for? Like, yeah, that was corny. Human Nature say, when Shamia started barking after Drew called her a lapdog, that was hilarious. I don't care what nobody say. That was funny. Shamia was ignorant for that, but it was funny. It was. Yes, Teen Titans. Did you see the episode with the waffles? Waffles. I like that episode. Bianca say Brit was definitely lying. She lied about everything. She's taking Drew's lying peach, but the difference is we can take Drew white lie. Brit lies are diabolical. Yeah, Drew lie about stuff that don't make no sense, and it is super annoying. But this is like, I don't know. It's something dark about Brit. And y'all know I don't really describe nobody as being a dark person, but it's something dark about that girl. And I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, please tell me. Y'all know I'm not sensitive like that. You could tell me when you think I'm wrong. But it seemed like it's just something really dark about her. Human Nature said it must have been bad because Shamia cried when asked about what was said. Oh, she did? Oh. Well, she couldn't hit her because that heifer would have been too happy to sue to try to get some money. Blessed woman of God say Brit really never tried to fit this show. Okay, and Drew is getting on my nerves being late for a moment. Drew, stay on my nerves. You forgot she was there. It's easy. She's forgettable. Antoinette said, I don't think Brit is stupid enough to do that. To do what? Say something about that girl child. They say she did. I don't know. The people say that. And Sis just said when they asked Shamia about it, she started crying. So something happened. Like, I can't say what was said, but something happened. Something happened, because why would Shamia be mad? Something happened, right? DS say Brit has her nerve with her farewell to the flesh hot. DS, go back to the reflection corner. 26.2 seconds. Thank you. You're crazy, and I love it. Hey, beautiful black. She says, hey, sissy, Kelli hired that man to say whatever about Charles or Phaedra. They're the only ones that have some money. You so crazy. I don't believe that for 1 minute. I don't believe it for 1 minute. I don't. Something going on, but I don't think it's nothing like that. I think it's something we least expect. I think something going on. That's what I think. It's something deeper in there. Bianca said Drew lied about Michael Jordan being her cousin. Brit lied about abortion. She's sickening. Yes. Huge gap. But Brit also told, not Brit, but Drew told us a bunch of lies now. She, I would say this. She told most of her lies on Ralph. And I can live with that. I don't like it. I don't like the line, but if that's her husband. So, she kept most of her lies to the man. So wait a minute. Where that's at, blessed woman of God? Where is that? Please. Is it on Twitter? Come on. Don't tease me. Because I thought about, could it have been a producer trying to get a rise out of Angela? Oh, See, now I got to find it. Now I got to find it. What is going on? Who said that? Where that came from? Has anybody else heard that production hired that man to go and bother Angela with that? No, really. I really want to know. Natasha said everybody need to sue Bravo for putting this Brit person. Yes. Including the viewers. Okay. Hold on. I want to know about this man. You said it was production. I thought that too. The only person I'm saying it bet not be nothing to do with Brit, because she done had her hand in too much. Yeah, somebody need to spill it. Because since saying that the man said it, if he said it well. Where can I find it? Okay, somebody saying, not Marcus, saying NBC paid him to go up to Kelly's event. Yeah, because that was the other thing. How would that man know that they was going to be there? Unless somebody who was there talked. Okay. We really don't know. Another blogger shared it. Oh, okay. Hey, Penny. So I just hear that another blogger said she had the messages of him saying it. Unfortunately, she screenshot the conversation and then deleted it. Oh, okay. Bravo. Why would y'all do that? So y'all seen a black marriage, and because y'all don't understand that some men can be crotchety, you thought this was your chance to tear up a black marriage. This better not be true. This better not be the truth. I'm trying to get this. Hold on. Because I'm seeing people talk about it. Bravo has an article about Angela 2 years ago, and it's about cheating. Why would Bravo have an article about her from 2 years ago? She never agreed to be on the show. How you doing, Penny? He deleted from his page saying NBC Universal paid him. Oh, it don't matter. Because if you ever put it up there, somebody done screenshotted it. You can't take everything down. Say Kelly kept asking about a baby. Phaedra don't give a dang who she lied on. She fly right out. Ding dong. Who invited him? I don't understand. I'm confused. Hey, Chris. Oh, not from 2. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying from 2 years ago. 2 hours ago. Thank you. You see, I'm like, why was she here for 2 years ago? Did you see how confused I got? Wait. So Bravo put an article up about her husband cheating. Yeah, it's giving Bravo trying to break up a black family. Wait a minute. Because I did think about that. How would he just randomly know? How would he randomly know that Angela was going to be there? Who told him? I want to know if it was production, y'all. Now I need one of y'all to hit the StreamYard. Somebody come tell me something. Bravo don't like happy marriages, but they sure don't like black marriages. They love to break. They love to see a black home break up. All the way to Williams, Sonoma. Because the energy was fake. I'm like, where would this man even know Charles Oakley from to be? You know what I'm saying? If you got a restaurant and you seen him in your restaurant, so that means he bought food. How would you know him well enough to be doing that, to be going to his wife? I told you, and the fact that man had all that sugar in his socks, it didn't add up. And it was like, who is pulling stunts? Bianca say, Brit don't need to speak on anybody's parenting and she allegedly can't have any. She irks me so bad. I never wanted to see somebody fired so bad. She gonna keep on to somebody get a hold of her. Makeup addict say, well, so it was a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bull crap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Because see, if it was said, so I'm trying to figure out where are the people who screenshot and screen record, because they were supposed to be on their job. I was on here with y'all, so I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing. You mean to tell me ain't nobody get me no footage? Nothing? Hold on. Y'all, I can't get nothing on it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I believe it, though. I believe it's very possible. I believe it's very possible. Kelli didn't walk over to drink with that man. She did not. Go back and watch. She did not. She didn't. That guy was weird. And the fact that he started toasting and being loud and stuff, it was like he had to try to drive that point home. And I don't like that, because if Charles Oakley had hurt that man and it turned into something like a big scene or something physical and it caused him reputational damage or getting arrested or something, if Bravo did that, listen, the liability is way too big. Like, why would you even put them people in that position? I hope that's not what happened, because if I can believe it, though. I can believe it. What y'all think? Y'all think production did this? Because we know they're capable. We know they will. We know production will. But do y'all think they did this one? Because I'm starting to feel like it's possible. Yvette said that Marcus was a clown. He'd say anything. I don't think it was NBC. See, for me, that makes me think Brit more. See, now you got me thinking. I could see that she would want to throw off on, on NBC and make them think it was them when it was her. I don't know. I feel like it could be either or. I'm going to say that. It could be either or. Because the man could have been lying when he said somebody paid him. He could have just did a favor for a friend. And now he lying. Angela said she confronted Charles and he said, well, it was a setup. Well, that's her husband. If she stand behind him, I'm going to stand behind her, because that's her husband. I don't have a lot to say about people's husbands. I don't. Because I ain't never had nobody to babysit no husband for me, and I'm not finna babysit no husband for nobody else. If that's what he say and she pleased with that, then I'm pleased that she pleased. Natasha say production helped Kenya with her presentation, so yeah, they shady. Did anyone else notice the content creator who was at Brit's event was there tonight too? No. Who? You can say the name who. Don't you? Okay, Bianca, text me so I know who y'all talking about. Don't leave me out because I missed it. I'd be so busy, trying to take notes on what's being said and who did what. I didn't even get that part. Hey, IMC Brown. Oh, Bingeworthy. Okay, yeah. Justin Diego. He cool people. IMC Brown said they wanted Charles to go off like at the basketball game. That's what I'm saying. They could have really got that man in trouble. They know he got a hot temper. Why would you try to do something like that? Plus, that guy was standing next to the YouTuber who's being paid by Bravo to paint Brit positively. There it go. So it's looking like it could be real. It could be real. Thank you, Bianca. Wow. I mean, Brianna King, that's how he feel. You know what I'm saying? We can't critique how he feel, especially if he getting a check or not getting a check. Maybe that's really how he feel, the way I feel is if fans are running her off, huzzah. Try harder, ladies. Kudos to you. The sisterhood is proud of you. If you all have ran bang, bang, sleazy off, huzzah. Huzzah. I support you. I support you. Run her off, ladies. I know what you can do. I know what you can do. Natasha, that we're not gonna come in here and talk about Bingeworthy. We're not gonna talk bad about Bingeworthy. He fine with me. And even if he wouldn't, we not finna come in here and drag nobody. If that's what he want to do, then shout out to him. If he got a job as a producer over at Bravo, praise the Lord. And everybody need to tap into his blessing. May your blessing come next. That's all we gonna say about that. Tracy Lashley, hey girl, thank you for being 151. So I was hiding behind the bushes tonight. Charles was behind the bar and Watch What Happens Live, and he said it'll come out next week. Who set it up? Do you think it's production? If he was on Watch What Happens Live, good point. Because if it come out that it was production, he wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have been there. That's true. Not Oakley. Not with his temper. No. So it had to be some. Y'all. Tracy right, ain't she? Tracy, you right, ain't you? You right. You right. If Oak said it's going to come out who did it next week, and he's still fine being around them people, it couldn't have been them. It wouldn't have been them. See, Yvette say Brit the only one got real mad at Angela twice. Angela told her about her stretch marks around her mouth. She did, and she called out about that lie, saying that she lost her insurance license because of Kenya. Hey Yolanda, thank you for being 154. Yep. So it's not production this time, y'all. Oh, this dirty. This is dirty. I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? And I'm reading comments because y'all want his stream. Y'all want nobody come talk to me and tell me nothing. And Sheena said, I honestly think it was Brit. Okay. I just watched the preview for next week. Angela says to Drew, what? Yep. Oh, she said, I'm going to ask her why she did that to me. Oh, wait a minute. Ladies, do we have smoke? Do we have smoke, ladies? Wait a minute. Where's the preview? Is it already up on social media? Because I'm not above it. I'm not above looking. Hold on. Brit hasn't been mad at Angela since before the trip, not feeling his Brit. Might not be, but who? Because who's mad with Angela? Like, nobody's mad with her right now. But just because Brit ain't saying nothing, she sit up and hold stuff and try to do little nasty stuff. Hey, Maybelline, thank you for being 157. Anna Filson, thank you for being 151. It's on Twitter. Thank you, boo. Heading there right now. Now let's see what the hell is going on. What the hell is going on? Okay. I'm in here. Okay, thank you. OMFG. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you, honey. And that's why I love my Nashina. What gossip? I didn't hear her say nothing about that man. What she said about the man? Help me. Let's listen.
Shelters we've been. 2017. The key was make sure everyone have a meal. Go to a lot of high schools, shelters. We fed 3,000 people during the Super Bowl. In the Skid Row, we fed 3,000 or 4,000. So we just been.
They feeding 3,000 and 4,000 people, and Brit couldn't feed 27. She's in the wrong room.
Hopefully that other people can see what we're doing and help out.
Thank you for doing this. This is incredible. For tonight's dinner, we have a fundraising goal of $50,000. I hope that the ladies can come together, celebrate our cause, and just have a good time tonight. I was looking for you, girl. I was like, "Where's my baby? Ooh, you look so good."
And we saw this when they was filming it. That's when Brit had on that real bad fitting cheap dress. It wasn't cut right in the bosom, so it was like really flat and mashing her boobs. Really cheap situation. But hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you said. Hey, lady. What time are you guys coming? I'm ready to get in my car right now. Okay. Drew and I met with.
She on the phone with Drew. Drew late to her stuff too.
Marcus.
And see, she said that her and Drew met with the man. Phaedra told her, you don't know that man. You don't, keep it that way. Stay away from that man. Angela should have listened. Why would you go sit down with somebody to tell you something about your man? That's your man. You don't let nobody tell you nothing about your man.
Okay. Probably June.
You're lying. We picked up on the bush immediately. My husband.
So it was another guy with him, and both of them look like they got sugar in their socks, and she don't believe them because they don't sound believable. At least you know not to believe them, but why would you even sit down with them?
Coaching in the big thing. He had national television at the time. I know Marcus didn't act alone, and I know there's more to the story. He just said, you mostly have his back, and I was like, just tell the truth. We got your back. You guys need to tell me who put you in that event right now. That's what I want to know. You want to write it?
He typed the name on the phone, y'all.
I just want to know why. What did I do to provoke that type of action from her? But we'll see. Today, I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
So she says she want to know what she did to provoke that type of action from her, because he typed the name in the phone. Yep. I don't know, y'all. Who y'all think? Ooh, yeah, you think so? Because I'm just being honest with y'all. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm not finna sit down with you for you to tell me nothing about my man. Nothing. There's nothing you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna listen to. Nothing. Because I didn't hire no babysitter. Y'all will catch that one day. Don't let nobody come tell you nothing about what. Child, please. Deborah say, part of me thinks that's why they left Brit striptease in the episode 2 weeks ago. Bravo's gonna prove Brit is a fraud. So y'all think she put that man up to telling people it was that it was NBC? Yeah, I pray it ain't Phaedra too, but somehow I don't think so. I just don't think so. I'm gonna say this: I don't put nothing past none of them. I don't put nothing past none of them women. Let's be very clear. Not none of them, because none of them have shown me any integrity. The only person that I would probably, I couldn't swear for her, but the only person that I would probably, you know, almost touch a Bible and believe wouldn't do it would be Cynthia. But the rest of them heifers, I don't put nothing past them people. You know what I'm saying? But if it was Phaedra, I would be surprised. I'm gonna be very honest, because she a whole lawyer. I think she know better than to do something that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? That could be a whole lawsuit. I don't see her doing that. But man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Child. I don't even know what to say about this. Yeah, next week the finale. Next week the finale, Brianna. Like the fact that they went and sat down with these two men, and these two men, y'all came full grown men, big rusty musty nut Negroes, came and sat down with these two grown women to lie on this lady husband. And when she say, look, you need to let me know who put you in that place. Why did you? You know what I mean? What was the point of even coming there to lie? You should have just came there and told her up front who said it, or who sent you to say that. Tracy say, what is the reason Brit did not show up at the reunion? Something's up with her. It's given she done pulled a lot of stunts. I hope this ain't one of them. I hope this is not one of them, because this is a mess. Yeah, I don't see the lawyer doing that. I'm gonna just be honest. Not because I think that, you know, she's got so much integrity. I just don't see a lawyer pulling that when you know what that could turn into. I just don't see it. Deborah say Brit ain't show up at the reunion because she knew the jig was up. Bianca say, I don't put it past Phaedra either. She set up worse. But she didn't set up nothing. She repeated a rumor. Y'all kill me with that. Yeah, she learned her lesson, and I don't think you believe it was Brit. Yeah, Brit definitely is grimy. Seems she is grimy. She's grimy. I also do not encourage Angela to walk up on her because we know she will go grab a pistol. So there's that. Nashina say Phaedra said in an interview this week, Brit had picked up her reunion gown and that she had gotten a mani-pedi. She said that the decision not to show up was made last minute. I mean, she said that's what all Phaedra can do is repeat what that girl said. She can't swear for Brit. And Phaedra gonna get enough for talking for people because you don't know. You don't know. I'm pretty sure Brit told her, oh, I got an outfit. Oh, I'm getting my nails and stuff done. You mean she told them about it at the last minute, but that don't mean it was really the last minute. That ain't what that means. Like I said, I don't put nothing past nobody, but what motive do Portia have to do that? You know what I'm saying, C. Brown? I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I can't call it. I don't put it past nobody, but I don't know. The only person I'm telling you that I would be like the least likely to believe that about is Cynthia. That's the only one. And now we gotta eliminate Drew because she was sitting at the table, and if he had typed her name, she'd have seen it. So it can't be her either. Yeah, Brit lies, you know, like she breathed. They definitely should not just could have kept Kenya. They should have kept Kenya. They should have suspended Kenya for a couple of episodes and brought her back. That's all they had to do. Nashina say Portia is petty sometimes, but I don't see Portia playing that game, especially after Candygate. First off, with Candy's situation, she told Candy the rumor she heard. She didn't go pay nobody to repeat it. She didn't go tell nobody else. She told Candy the rumor she heard. So yeah, I'm not thinking that. Not thinking that at all. Yvette say, other than Brit, Portia was mad at her in Nashville. Yeah, but not like mad. She was more annoyed. Like she didn't really give. The person she's had the biggest clash with was Brit Edie. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But it don't mean it's her, but that's the person she had the biggest clash with. Kenya would be a shocker. I would not put that past Kenya, but Kenya don't have no reason to do that to Angela. Remember, the last thing she had to say about Angela was that Angela was the only one that checked on her. So I don't see it. But she didn't start stuff about Charles. She said it to Angela. She was like, I heard something about Charles just messing with her. And then immediately told the lady she was joking and apologized for saying it. That ain't starting stuff. That's what I'm saying. They ain't had no real blow up. Like, it's no reason. And we ain't seen Portia hold no grudges like that. That's what I'm saying. Not that she's not capable, not that she's got this great integrity. It just doesn't add up. Bianca said, I agree. Drew was ride or unalive for Angela and Watch What Happens Live, so it wasn't Drew. Not only that, Drew was at the table with her when the guy put the name down on his phone, typed it in the phone, handed his phone to Angela, and then Angela passed the phone to Drew. So I know it wasn't Drew because she was sitting there. She was sitting right there. So it couldn't have been her. And Sheena say, yeah, I would have liked to see Kenya in Grenada with the ladies. I would have too. She would have been insufferable. But I still would have liked to see her there. Yvette say she think it's Brit, y'all. Blessed woman of God say Phaedra did say Angela and her had a misunderstanding. Yeah, but I don't think that was it. Because that's not a misunderstanding. Somebody doing that is Mount Vesuvius. That is not a misunderstanding. Like, you can't call letter, paying somebody or having somebody go to this lady to tell her husband tricking on her. That ain't no misunderstanding. Human nature say Brit was likely behind it. That's why she was so upset that the ladies chose not to drag Charles and Angela. She wanted them to drag Charles. Why would they drag Charles and Angela? For what? Oh, Tide Spring, you got a new name. Hey, Humble Wise, I like that one. Got a new phone, okay? Can we please have a look at the reunion sitting chart? I think it might give us a clue of who it was. Ooh, yeah. Janice says she think it's Brit too. Antoinette said it had to be someone who knew Kelly's film schedule. Brit wasn't invited. You don't know that because Kelly said it might be the person who didn't show up. So you can't not show up somewhere unless you are invited. So it's given she knew to come and didn't show up. It's the way I took that. Unless Kelly lied. Lord, she says she don't miss Kenya. I don't necessarily miss her, but you can't deny that she's a better fit for this show than Brit Edie. You can't deny that. Nashina M say Phaedra also said in her interview this week that she and Angela have been speaking recently. Yeah, so it couldn't have been that. So maybe it wasn't Phaedra because Angela wouldn't be talking to her at all. Not behind that, because Angela was shook. She was shook. If anytime you go sit down, bring a friend to meet with somebody that's talking trash about your husband, you shook. Because a woman that ain't shook wouldn't have never met with you. Wouldn't have never had words for you. Deborah say Phaedra said on one of her recent interviews that whatever it is will come out at the reunion. Okay. Well, that they saying, y'all say Uncle Charles said it's coming out next week. So whatever went on between her and Angela gonna come out at the reunion. So it ain't that. Right, because Brit wasn't there. Mm-hmm. Something going on. Something going on. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna grab the seating chart since y'all think it might make a difference. Well, Tide Spring, Humble Wise, I think it might make it. So let's pull it up, see if we can, get our Sherlock Holmes on. We may be able to get our Sherlock Holmes on. It's possible. It's pulling up, y'all. Janice, I can't call it. I was kind of like wanting to think it really was the producer, And then y'all pointed out that they was at Watch What Happens Live and Uncle Charles was being pleasant. So it can't be the producers, not he's still going around them. And then now y'all telling me that he on Watch What Happens Live saying it's going to come out next week on the episode. So it can't be that. So if it ain't that, then what is it? You know what I'm saying? It's got to be something. It's got to be something, right? I just don't know. I don't know. Do I think it can it be Brit? It could be Brit. It could be Phaedra, Cynthia, not Cynthia. I don't think Cynthia, and I don't think Drew, but it could be Phaedra, Portia, Brit, Kelli, the man in the moon, the man from La Mancha, the man in the mirror. At this point, I don't know. We already talked about that. Then now they say that them ladies is talking, and Phaedra said it's gonna come out at the reunion what it was about. So how does that equal the same thing as Uncle Charles saying it's gonna come out next episode? You see what I'm saying? All the pieces got to fit, not just one piece. Not just one piece won't do. One piece will not do. So we got to make it. Let me share the screen. I'm supposed to be. Y'all know I got the ADHD. Umberwise saying that Shamia is a possibility. For what? They're not bickering. They ain't bickered for a long time. I don't think they had nothing for each other for a minute. Unless you think she's still upset about the Portia thing. And I don't know. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me share the screen. Because I'm confused at this point. I don't even know what to say at this point. Okay. So, hold on. Stop thing. I'm hitting the wrong stuff. Hold on. 142.10 XPG. 6.5. 142.10. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, yeah, Shamia wasn't even there. Yeah, she wasn't there. She also got a sick kid, and them people ain't they're not feuding right now. So it just doesn't add. It doesn't add. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing when you got to start playing Inspector Gadget. You got to make sure all of the pieces match. It can't be one piece. All the pieces got to match. So let's see. We got Portia up here. She's up here. We got Phaedra. We got Cynthia. On this side, we got Angela, Kelli, and Drew at the very bottom. I don't know. Allie, what you say now? I remember that Angela tweeted that Brit about confirming her at the reunion, and Brit said, retype that because I don't know what that means. And I don't want to get it wrong. I just don't think Angela would film and embarrass Charles like that if it's real. How is she going to embarrass him? Somebody else lied on him. And Sheena said, I'm looking at the interaction differently. Angela was warning Brit. Oh, ooh, I hope you're ready. Ooh. Nope, I was wrong. Not Shamia. She said she is sat next to Angela. Right. I tried to tell you that it make no sense. I don't know why y'all don't believe me. Y'all, you coming up with this wild, crazy stuff that don't even fit. Like that don't fit none of the puzzle pieces. It could be. It could be. She supposed to be on the other couch. Okay. Y'all, I don't know. My brain smoking. We know the known enemies of Brit and Kenya. I don't put it past this one. But Kenya ain't no enemy to Angela. Okay, when did Kenya become an enemy to Angela? She said Angela was the only one that checked on her when she had a problem with Angela. Hey, Ellie from Miami.
Hey.
What's up, boo? What you think?
Yes. I just had to come up. It could possibly be Brit because I remember there was a tweet before the reunion that was going around social media saying that Angela was ready to confront Brit, and then Brit said, "Oh, I'm ready," but of course Brit never showed up. That was the only thing I could think about. So up to that point, the only issue was the stretch marks comment.
Stretch mark mouth.
It wasn't that big. So this might be something she would have wanted to confront Brit about if she really was behind it.
Yeah, that's a good point because they only got one more episode to go. And you're right. So if she wanted to confront her, it had to be about something that's going to go on in the next episode.
Yes.
See, that's why I love you, Ellie. From you know what? Leave it to us, Florida girls. We good at getting to the bottom of some mess, right?
Yeah, because it's so much that keeps going on social media, and that whole thing around Brit not showing up, and people are trying to figure out, if there were any inkling of her not showing up. And that was one of the last things that they thought of, is they couldn't understand why Brit act like she was going to be in the reunion and never showed up.
So she pumped Faith. So
yeah.
Now, wait. So yeah, I'm gonna be ready, then don't show up.
Yes.
And let me see if I can find it. Where Angela and her in the reunion. Okay. Because see, that would make sense. Because why else would it be like that? Why else would she be saying make sure you there?
And that would make sense with the Seanitra chart, because since so much went around Brit would have been with Portia, sitting next to Portia on her side, because she had to.
Yeah, and Cynthia was the one that was gonna end up at the end.
Yes.
God dang. It was gonna be Phaedra and Cynthia toward the end, and Brit was gonna be next to Portia.
Yes.
I believe that too. I believe that.
Because Phaedra wasn't she confirmed multiple times in these last few interviews, saying she's only been filming for 10 days. And Cynthia been saying she's a friend of, and she didn't have no beef, so she was expecting to be on the end. She wasn't even sure which side she was going to be on, but she knew she was going to be on the end. She was even thinking she was even going to be on the reunion that long. Right. She thought she was just going to pop in, pop out. That was before Brit even got off, because she does that podcast Humble Brag. So at the time they did all this pre-things like, oh, I'm just going to probably be there for half a day. It's not going to be that long. They were not expecting Brit not to show up. So it looks like Cynthia ended up being there all day like a full-time cast member.
Yeah, but the good news is, they had to pay her for it. Now, this woman of God say maybe Brit was trying to ruin Kelly's event and pop Angela at the same time, because we watched her on this show in real time try to spray Shamia with some fake tea. We saw that.
Yes.
Deborah said Charles wasn't sure what to say, but Angela confirms it comes out next week. Yeah, he didn't know what to say or not to say. But I'm going to say this. I think the reason she did that with Shamia too, trying to spray her, is because she's so worried about Kelly having somebody to hang with. I think that weirdo is like, oh, if you're going to hang with Shamia, I'm going to try to hang with Portia. I think that's what she was trying to do.
I mean, but the way I was seeing it, Brit was trying to hang with Portia long before Shamia and Kelly was hanging out. Because remember, after that banquet or little brunch thing, Portia was the only one was not there, and everybody was trying to hold Brit accountable, and Brit got in her feelings. And she said in her confessional that she doesn't trust any of them. But Portia was not the only one there. So she's been clinging on Portia way from the beginning. So, and then I just think that, Kelli, of course, is on the show. Maybe she was just trying to be friends with everybody because she was still hanging out and paying for her friend's glam. She wasn't seeing it till it was already too late. Because that whole glam thing, I still think it's all about the money. I just feel like that's what it is. I'm
Yeah.
paying for you to look better than me, and I'm paying for the bill while I'm going through a divorce. I'm trying to get a new house. I'm trying to take care of 4 kids.
Let me tell you something else. The other part of that is she wanted that girl to cover for her for being broke. Like, we friends, we've been knowing each other for a year. Cover for me. I don't think she wanted them people to really see how she really getting down. I don't think she meant for them to see all of that. So you right on that part, that she really was just kind of over it. She was tired of doing it. And you got to consider the fact that this heifer let us know tonight that she was sitting up with that girl glam team talking about her.
Yes.
You heard her say that. Oh, the stylist say you look a mess. Girl, imagine bragging about a stylist that you couldn't afford to have.
And that's kind of bad, because when I think the stylist too, he's a little messy because he was trying to throw shit on Kelli. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. But the way he was trying to hit back on Kelli, I say, dude, you're a professional. Why you're going back and forth with a former client on social media? That's not a good look with your other clients. Because if I was paying you money, I'd be like, do I really want to do business with someone? If we had a falling out, he's going to spread out my business on social media. And at the same time, Kelli was paying for both her and Brit. So why you're talking about Brit and Kelli not paying when Brit never paid anybody? I'm sorry, Brit didn't pay anybody. She ain't had the money
at all.
And then
this is the funny part. Now, hold on, you know I like to address everybody. I don't want to miss nobody. Now, Portia wasn't supposed to get up from that table while Kelli over there trying to do bootleg kitchen witchcraft, throwing rocks in the ocean. I wouldn't have got up either. And it don't mean I hate you, but I'm not going to help you do no witchcraft. Everybody ain't with that. You know? Humble Wise say looking at the seating chart helps somehow. I think Cynthia is going to use this reunion to snatch a well-paid full-time peach. You know, they put her back and forth either way. I think that, just like Alice said, Cynthia wasn't even supposed to be that far up. Cynthia supposed to be at the end of that couch or not on there at all. She supposed to come in as a friend and leave. But they ended up having to treat her almost like a full-time cast this season because Kenya was gone and Brit gave nothing and drew his wallpaper. And then at the reunion, Brit didn't even show up. So they needed Cynthia, honestly. Deborah say, well, now I do think it's Brit according to the girls on Watch What Happens Live. Phaedra name wasn't mentioned. So wait a minute. They ain't mentioned Phaedra name at all.
No.
Portia said she was still feeling her liquor in that moment, which I can believe. Yeah, because she had been drinking and shaking her behind like a hooligan all night. I ain't hating. I'm just saying. I have done my share of rump shaking, so I'm not judging. But y'all know Portia shook enough rump for everybody in the southeast of the U.S. Yep, the stylist is awful. That's right, Brandon. Go on, get comfortable. No, for real. All that weird stuff, the waving crystals and burning stuff. Yolanda say, I don't put nothing past Brit because she didn't attend that reunion. That's right. Rebuke all the witches. That's fact. I'm protected by the blood of Jesus Christ and sitting right here. Hello, good night. Cynthia got the easiest check this season. I'm happy for her. Yes, I love to see sisters get paid. I love to see sisters get paid. It's a beautiful thing. I feel like a bell rings in heaven every time a sister get paid. Right, Humble Wise. You see this? I love Humble Wise. She say Portia just cleansed herself from salmon. She know not to mess with the crystals in the ocean. Don't nobody want to play with mammy water. Thank you. Lashina say Andy asked them who had the most to answer for at the reunion. They both said Portia. That means they got on her about her divorce. That's her business. Yolanda say Portia shook her rump for the whole island of Grenada. And yeah, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Sure did. So this the thing. So now they say Portia got the most to answer for. Portia ain't really gave us a show this season.
No, she didn't.
People just keep talking about her because they can't stop talking about her. But the most to answer for what did she give us? I mean, Ellie, did I miss something? Did Portia give us something this year and I didn't see it?
Here's the thing: if we're looking at who was at the reunion and how much they drag in the storyline and how much topics they avoided, yes, they had to go on Portia. Not because she's entertaining, but just to kind of get some, so they could fill up the 3 episodes of the reunion.
Oh, okay.
That's
you know what?
It's logistics.
You right, Ellie. Because now I'm gonna say this: Portia's a good punching bag. She is. Because that season when Nene didn't sign that contract and left them hanging, she let them punch on her the whole season by the script. As long as they cut the check, Portia's a good punching bag. I'm gonna give her that. So maybe they told her, look, listen, Portia, we hate to do it to you, but we're gonna need to beat on you because we ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
Antoinette say, how do we know Kelli paid for Brit? Brit called a meeting with the glam team and wanted them full time. How could that be for free? Because people like her as moochers. You mean how could it be for free? She ain't paid nobody else. Who told you she was gonna pay them? With which money? Somebody struggling to pay $1,750. You think she can afford the makeup artist, the stylist, the videographer, the photographer? You think she can afford all that? Even the manager. You think she can afford all them people? And $1,750 was a problem. Okay, the money it take to file the lawsuit she lied about, she didn't have that. So who was gonna pay for it? Nashina said, I think that's what Andy meant. They got her they got it on her the most because she didn't give anything. Well, that's boring. They better do this in 2 episodes. What you think, Ellie? You think we're gonna get a 2-part or 3-part?
I think it's a 3-parter because for what I'm starting to understand, when they do these episodes, they already booked the advertising time. So they already had booked it for 3 episodes for the advertisers, so they couldn't back out no more. They have to make it 3. Or do something for the 3rd episode or add an extra episode. They have to satisfy the number of episodes for the season so the advertisers feel like they got their money's worth or they got to owe all that money back. So really it's just that. So yeah, they're pissed with Brit because they would have formulated the whole interview with Brit being there to guarantee 3 episodes, and now they had to figure it out at the last minute.
Wow.
Yeah, remember NBC and Bravo, you got to always think about the money. They don't care about these ladies. They care about the advertising money. Even though this rating is low, it's not. It's going to be very interesting next season how they're going to justify putting on another season for how many episodes, because this season is the lowest. It's been up and down. The demographics been low. So the advertiser be like, do we really want to put money into this? It's not, we're not getting our money back.
Good point. Now, believe in JB, we went through his social media posts. He did not say Kelly's money was funny. He said, I go with what he say, whatever's best for my wallet or something like that. That ain't what was said. But he did say that she sent him an Apple Pay before he left out. Sending an Apple Pay for one service is not the same thing as paying a whole glam team. Paying one person an Apple Pay is not the same as paying for a whole glam team. And she was absolutely trying to jack that girl's whole glam team. Coming up with a little money to pay, a stylist for one session via Apple Pay on the way out the door, not the same thing.
I mean, Brit, to me, the way she moves and everything that she's doing, it never makes sense. Like, she was in insurance and she made $1 million, if not a little bit more. And then she decided with her sister.
But according to who?
I'm just repeating what she said. I never said I believed her. And then
I'm just saying, let's look at the evidence, because we know if you put what she's saying one hand and horse crap in the other, one is more valuable. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I
keep saying, but to me,
we gotta look at the evidence. We gotta look at the evidence, baby. The evidence is She started the insurance with a sister them, right?
That's
She
right.
claimed it's because they couldn't afford to bury their daddy. Okay. Claimed that she couldn't afford to bury her daddy. Remember that? And talking about they had to do a GoFundMe because this full-grown man did not take care of his affairs and left his wife and his children high and dry. Now that's what she said, not me.
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
she said they got into the business and all like that, and they made some money. Insurance, you can make money doing insurance. But then when we went on her LinkedIn and stuff, we saw how long she had been with the insurance company, which was no time at all. And then she started trying to sell classes.
That's why it never made sense. And then she sold the business. Like, why would you sell a business? I mean, you can, but it's like you could have just let your sisters run it and then you just collect the money. That's
but this is the problem. See, it don't work like that. Okay, let's talk about what's real, not the stuff they say. Let's talk about what's real. In order to have an insurance agency, somebody got to have the license in order to be the broker, right? You can have other people work there, but somebody got to have the paper, right?
Yeah.
So it's given that maybe her sisters didn't have the license and she did. That's number one. Number two, if you're making millions of dollars or you done seen $1 million, what you're not going to do is sell your book of business. Because when you start talking about insurance, they don't just sell the insurance business, they're selling their book of business. Meaning all the policies that they done wrote, all those, customers that's, paying premiums every month, all that, they're selling their book of business. Who is going to sell their book of business if they seeing $1 million plus? Nobody. People sell their book of business when they want to get out of it, and you gonna get some money. You get a few $100,000, like you could hit a good little lick, or it could be 60, 70. I done seen some that was as low as 50,000. We don't know how big her book was. We know she hadn't been working there that long. We know you ain't built no book, no real like vicious book of business up in your first year. We know that. So you wasn't even there that long. You sold your book of business. Your sisters apparently didn't have licenses. And then you claim that you started your own business by yourself because they wasn't motivated. And you took your staff to go get plastic surgery in Miami. It's just not adding up. Something about this story ain't adding up. And I saw somebody asking about was the Rolls Royce repo. We don't know that it wasn't rented. Like, this girl has given us smoke and mirrors all day. Hey, Pamela J.
Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors.
At the point, like I said, from the time she said she sold the business, I knew that that story was fun. It's like, why would you sell it to begin with? That didn't make sense. And I never think she even had a Rolls Royce. I think that scene was her going to the Rolls Royce dealership, pretending they're going to buy one so they could look like.
When she went to the dealership, she was sitting in a blue and white Ferrari. We saw the Rolls Royce with them on social media and her being around in it. Like when at the dealership, that was a Ferrari. Oh. And we didn't see that Ferrari no more.
Because it's at the
dealership. Got in it and mashed the gas pedal a couple of times and revved it. She just mashed it.
Maybe she rented the same Rolls Royce from Quad's boatman.
I'm just saying, like you can rent luxury cars if you stunting.
Yeah, she probably rented the same one from King Quad's man. That's probably where she got it from.
I don't know. I heard. I thought they say he stole something. Hey, Lexiline, I didn't know he rented nothing. I thought that was a auto theft. I thought that was Grand Theft Auto.
It's complicated. He had one, and then he went with a company to rent it out, almost like a car version of an Airbnb. So the person who rented it out to,
so he had one and he lost that one, so he rented one to stunt with.
No, he had one, but he used a consignment company to rent it out for people
so he rented it out like with Turo or something like that. Okay.
Yes, and the person he rented out to said they lost it or got stolen, never said anything till like the next day. And so when King said, "Hey, where's the car?" He's like, "Oh yeah, it got stolen, but I never filed a police report." And that's when this whole thing just came about, because apparently you're not supposed to do that with the Rolls Royce. That was not part of King's agreement for getting the Rolls Royce. It was messed.
This is the thing. If you got a payment on a car, a lot of them people ain't gonna be cool with you putting it on for rent because your insurance don't really cover that.
Exactly. That's why the lawsuit included King, that Tumo company and the person who ran it. All three of them was on that lawsuit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because Rose was like, "You ain't. We want that car or the money. One all y'all gonna have to pay on it. I don't care." So that's what that was about.
Child, listen, the thing, listen, the lifestyles of the broken shameless, doing all that, trying to perpetrate a front, running. Listen, Atlanta is not a real place. Some people be running through there. And shout out to the real people in Atlanta, but it's a lot of them trying to put on like they rich and they not. They robbing Peter to pay Paul. They doing credit card scams, bank scams. They doing everything in the world to look like they got it when they ain't really got it. And it's crazy. If he couldn't afford that thing, he should have, give it back or don't go get it. Getting one and renting it out is insane.
Yeah, exactly. And this, I mean, I did something where you're right. Getting one, you just can't just go. Even if you have money, you can't just go to a Rolls Royce dealership and say, "Oh, I want a Rolls Royce." You got to be vetted by Rolls Royce to get a Rolls Royce.
No,
it's like a Birkin bag.
No, that's not true. That's not true. If you got the money to buy that car outright, they are not going to refuse to sell you that car. They will sell you that car. If you got the money, your name, you can be Bubba, Eddie, Leroy, or Tyrone. If you walk in there and you got 400 racks and here go the cash, Mr. Dealer Man, they are not going to turn you away. They're going to take that money so quick. They might even bring you some fried chicken from Popeyes.
Okay? I don't know. It feels like a Birkin bag.
But like, it may feel that way, but I have friends who have money. Just because I don't have none, I'm just telling you. And all my friends may not have gotten it the right way. But I'm here to tell you, they're not doing none of that. I dare you to walk in there with the money. Dare you. Walk in there. If you got that money, them people, they're going to pretend they don't even know you black. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. My problem is, why would you go and finance something like that? Anyway, can we be for real? In my book, and this is just my opinion, just my poor black lady opinion. If you can't afford to buy it, why would you go finance something like that? Like, stop playing yourself. Just don't do that. That's so embarrassing.
Okay. It is embarrassing.
Natasha said her ex is one of them hedge fund dudes, and he purchased his ghost online in California. That's what I'm saying. Them people don't care nothing about coins, you say, money. They'll go from turning their nose up at you when you walk in the door and they see that money. It's like magically your skin is pale, your hair is blonde, your eyes are even blue. Nashina said, yep, car dealerships will sell to anybody with cash money. Fill the tank up, sure will. Let us gas it up. We'll have somebody detail it for you. Okay. It's a shame. The stuff they do to try to look like they rich when they like, man, come on. I don't know. Maybe I don't have enough. Maybe I'm not prideful enough. Is that it? Because I just could never. I could never. That's why I'm looking at Brit Edie crazy. Because it's like, girl, what you doing over here with these women and you can't afford to be in the room with these women? Do you think they don't realize you can't afford to be in the room with them? Even with Portia and Phaedra with that after show stuff, they be being so fake with that girl, and she's so dumb. She think they like her. It's like, girl, them women don't like you like that. They don't.
That's why I said I was embarrassed for her. But I mean, if Brit just came in and said, "I'm trying to make it like y'all," it would have worked better. But this whole lying and trying to live up this fabulous lifestyle she don't have, it's like people could see that a mile away.
You look crazy. You look crazy because it's like, okay, take Toyota forever, right? Just like with Drew, they know Drew ain't supposed to be in the room with them either. Anybody asking a man to give you $500 to buy a plane ticket for the person while you pretending to us you the breadwinner, girl, you not, because we seen them text messages too, right? But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give Drew credit for this, if nothing else. She may lie and try to front like, oh, I'm the breadwinner over Ralph or whatever, but we don't see her trying to act real grand.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see her try, like we see her try to get a little grand with Sheree, and like, oh, she don't pay because you know she's a fan too. She tried to recycle what she heard people say, but you know, then the assistant told her business about her not paying people. So it's just kind of like she don't try to do the grand stuff. We don't see Drew trying to front like she could drive a Rolls. We don't see her talking about she classy at the country club and all that. But Brit like really be trying to play it up like these women who actually have money don't realize that you don't have it. People who have money can tell when you don't have it. Them women know she ain't got it. It's real embarrassing. And I hope this ain't that she not the one did that with Angela, because even though Angela went and grabbed 5 houses with her and her husband money and she in the hole by that much, I hope she don't think that her saying in the hole mean her money bad. She just know that what she mean is she sunk that much money into them properties. That lady got it. Her husband got it. So I hope she wasn't sitting up, you know, pulling stunts and playing games with people that are financially stable while she's struggling to come up with $1,700. I hope she's not doing that. Like for real, for real. I hope she's not doing that.
I hope that lady get paid.
She
The designer.
The decorator.
Yes.
I hope she does too. The fact that young woman, cute little young lady too, the fact that she had to go to a lawyer and pay for a letter of debt to try to demand that money from Brit. Why would you make that lady do that? Why would you make her do that? Just get a lady her money instead of paying that Tamala Man impersonator to pick outfits for you on Apple Pay. Pay that little girl her money. Nashina say, yeah, these after show videos are cringe. Brit be sitting there in all Portia and Phaedra, and they don't even like her. She's so dumb, she don't get it. Real dumb. Like, I just don't know. Deborah said, yeah, I thought she drove up in the Rolls. Remember Shamia said she dropped off toilet paper? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We seen her drive around in it. Allie was talking about the car dealership, so I was telling her the car dealership was the Ferrari. But why I say Brit had to fake it after the fallout with Kenya, her license, her reputation, the imagery, the imaginary money she could lose from the scandal, right? And that's like, lose what money? At this point, I don't even know whether that house thing is real, because she's talking about a renovation. That house might be like that because they only live in part of it or something. And wasn't her mama supposed to be moving in? Was your mama moving in to help y'all pay the bills, or that was just a story you made up because y'all finna move out that house? Like, what is going on?
Well, it does make sense. Remember, there was an episode where they were helping to pack her mom's stuff from her house because the mom has sold her actual house.
Yeah, but we did not see them pack the stuff up and bring it to her house. So
it
you packed
like
it up. We don't know where you took it.
It sounded like, I don't know, felt like the mama was going somewhere. But I know the house was sold. I know the mama house was sold. So she probably took the equity and was living her best life. I don't know. Because her mama gave me, I'm so done. I'm ready to live my best life now. And her other side was upset.
But this the problem I got. The problem I got with that is she said she made this whole big production. Mama gonna come stay with us. Mama gonna come stay with us. And so for me, I'm like, well, when we gonna see your mama move in? So y'all, you telling us your mama moving in, but when her moving in? Because we ain't even seen her over there. Hell, when they went to Shamia house, they seen Shamia mama was over there at the house helping with the baby popping through and stuff. We even seen Diane over there while they getting the au pair to help take care of PJ. You know, we brown see people mama. Angela was over there chilling. Her mama done popped up, telling her like, oh, you spent over 400 racks on a house and I'm gonna just abandon that house and get another one. You know, hurt her feelings and everything. Where was her mama? Her mama was around when she was crying because Kenya put the pictures out about her singing karaoke, talking about we classy. Where your mama at?
Yeah, she was not here.
Cynthia and Portia at the house chilling. Your mama ain't came downstairs one time to get us some water or some ginger snaps or something. We ain't seen mama at all.
No.
So the fact that they packed up that house do not mean that her mama's moving in with her. Her mama took that money and we don't know what's going on. Now Brit may have wanted her mama to move in with the money she got from the sale of that house so she could get her to pay for this house her and this man living in. Her mama might have smelled a scam and moved on.
I mean, when I saw that episode, her mother was giving me, I'm ready to live my best life. That was the energy her mother was giving me. And I was all for her mom. Like, girl, you raised your daughters, you're a widow. It's time for you to have fun. Go ahead. I totally forgot that she was supposed to move to Brit's house.
Oh yeah, I ain't forget. I keep the gossip straight. I might not remember if I ate this morning, but I'm gonna remember the gossip. Sometime I walk to the kitchen and don't remember what I went in there to get, but I'm gonna remember this gossip. She said that. Hey Fatima, say the fact that we even have to go around in a tornado of utter lies and psychosis and fabrications to comb out an allegory of possible half truths should tell you everything that you need to know. I know that's right, Fatima. What I let her do my taxes, she supposed to be selling insurance. Why would I let somebody ain't got no money look at my money? So they can write down my bank account number and me and Papa be around here eating pottage meat and soda crackers? No.
God
That girl is a whole fraudster. No, she can't see my tax documents. No. My social security number on there. We don't know that girl don't do identity theft.
No, you gotta be careful who do your taxes in Atlanta.
Anywhere, my hometown, somebody got my best friend so bad. The lady had been, and it wasn't even a new person. The lady had been doing her taxes year after year after year. She took her stuff to that lady, and they put the taxes in, and she been going back and forth with the IRS ever since. All her churn was being claimed by somebody else. She couldn't even claim her own churn. She was having to do paperwork and everything to get that mess straight.
Ooh.
And it had to come from there because ain't nobody else had all the children social security numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So it had to come from there. And it was a black lady, and it was her office, and ain't nobody worked for her. It was just her. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna say no names because that heifer ain't dead. She trifling though. Bianca say Bravo made us wait for RHOA. It is a whole long time for us to be introduced to a person like Brit. Then she said on the illegitimate lawsuit on them because she couldn't pay. I know they sad right now. They ought to be. They ought to be. Okay. Well, when they go open up credit accounts in your name, when they open up bank accounts in your name, or sometime they find a way to get a hold to open accounts that you already have and order credit cards and authorize themselves on it. It's a lot of ways, And if you go pay for that lock on your account, what's the thing called?
LifeLock.
The LifeLock. It's another company too that you could pay for, and they'll let you know if somebody done got your stuff.
And sometimes if you get it set up, it will give you an alert that somebody was trying to check your credit, and that's how you know.
Yep, because that's what I was trying to say. If you put that lock on your credit report, they'll like let you know if somebody trying to check your credit. They'll all of that. Because it's for real. I don't, this lady done showed us she a straight up scammer. I wouldn't let her see I wouldn't even tell her my birthday. Nope. She asked my birthday. I be done told her it's way in July or something. I swear for God. Ain't no way I tell that girl none of my personal information. Not my middle name, not my mama's maiden name, nothing. Nothing. No. Antoinette said Britt has no idea how offensive it's been watching her telling everybody except Phaedra and Cynthia that she was offended.
What?
I don't understand, Antoinette. You got to rewrite that. Natasha say you can have a lock on your social security card. Yeah. All that. Lock everything down. Yeah. Janice say, has Britt came out with a statement on why she ain't filed a lawsuit? No, girl. She didn't think we was going to find out. She didn't file it. She just scamming. She just want everybody to get worked up because she feel like, Bravo fans get worked up and run with narratives, which y'all do. But that boy Giorgio, I don't know what his nationality, but he went and found the paperwork, baby. The lawsuit has not been filed. The money supposed to pay, she ain't paid. She ain't paid to file it. She ain't paid to serve nobody. She ain't did nothing. She just lied as per normal. She tried to scam the whole Bravo audience. Everybody fan base tried to scam all y'all. E. Davis says somebody opened up a bank account in my name. I'm sorry that happened to you. Britt is an attention seeker. She is unnecessarily dramatic and annoying. Is cute puppy, but is Mm-hmm. Giorgio is Greek. Okay, so Giorgio is the Greek young man who went and found the documents. Thank you, Pamela. I knew he was something. I just wasn't sure, and I didn't want to guess. So, Ellie, 1 to 10, what you giving this episode, girl?
A 5.
I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him. A matter of fact, I'm gonna give him a 7.5 because Kelli surprised me. I didn't know Kelli had it in a baby. The pill popping roommate was it for me. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Well, what you know about her husband that you calling him the roommate? It wasn't the pill popping, it was the roommate for me. And that heifer went lying about abortion. That hooker say, that girl told that hooker, you can't even have a baby. I say, wait a minute. Now you done told her she barren. Yeah, I was for all that.
For me, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. But it was watchable.
That's why I gave it 7.5 because I enjoyed myself a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed myself a little bit. And the children was cute. They always get a point or two in the children when they got children in there. I like to see the children.
Yeah.
So 7.5, Antoinette say 8, Nashida gave him an 8, Pam gave him an 8. So we in the same neighborhood. Yeah. I want to see what happened next episode.
Yes, that's what I'm waiting for, the finale.
So, listen, something's going on. So I think Brit is the worst of all in housewife history. She really could be. Now that I can't think of nobody worse than her at the moment off the top of my head. That don't mean that somebody couldn't have been worse. I can't think of one though. Blessed woman of God gave him an 8. Yeah, I'm gonna stick by 7.5, 7.7. I'm gonna give him an extra 0.2 of a point because Phaedra tickled me jumping in that car calling because I know that's what I'd have done. I'd have been having listen. I probably would have been dialing as soon as I hit the button to unlock the car door. I'd have been on that phone.
The only thing I want to say is for next season, I just wish that it's kept the cast the way it is. I don't need any extras. I don't need I think that everybody needs a second chance minus Brit.
Yeah, everybody don't need no second chance.
Because I don't mind seeing Kelli. I don't mind seeing this whole cast. Brit could go, she could go. And this cast, I just think we need a second to go around again. Almost like how they did the first season, everybody kind of came back without Deshaun.
Yeah, I don't feel like that. I need Drew off my screen immediately. Drew shouldn't have been back this season. She shouldn't have been back last season. I need Drew gone. Like, I don't even care what y'all got to do to get Drew gone. I need her off my screen ASAPidly. Like, ASAPidly. Like, now. I need Shamia to either go back to being a friend or just stay home and see about your baby and build your businesses. Okay. Kelli can be a friend or something, but we need some we need some OGs back. Give Cynthia her peach back. Let's get Kenya back on the couch somewhere. Like I say, Kim Zolciak need money, don't she? She always need money. I heard she was stealing from her child or something. Put her back on there. But, shoo with the foolishness. I need Brit and Drew gone together. I need somebody to put them side by side and just kick them in the small of their back off a bridge. Off a Tampa Bay bridge. Just go.
See,
don't be a friend of the show. Don't show up to no events like Yon Yetta. Just none of that. Just go.
See, the thing with Drew, I just want to know what Drew did with that house. She put a second mortgage on the house. I didn't know what's going on with that.
You're not going to know. She got all kind of stuff going on, and she ain't giving us none of it. This girl literally is going through a divorce. She done lied, pretending like she the breadwinner. We find out she not. You literally asking this dude for something as small as a measly $500. He don't even have you with access to the bank account. You got a second mortgage on the house, and you went into default on it. You say he cheating. He say you cheating. It's pictures with Ty sucking on your neck like an oxtail bone. You got the man, Mr. Magical Black, that you talking to. Whatever dirt you got on Ralph, that could have came out. You could have gave us a whole story. But instead of giving us a whole story, you trying to give us manufactured bull crap about Dennis and Portia and that when you know you was going with Black. So no. Anybody coming on here trying to give us manufactured bull crap when you got some real dirt over there that we would love to see, I need her gone. I need her gone. This is some Robin Dixon action. Gone. And the only reason I don't put her down as low as Robin is one, because she didn't go tell it on Patreon behind a paywall. Her man sprayed her, and then y'all was mad because he sprayed her. But I'm like, hell, if she could lie on him, he could spray her. Like, ain't no all fair and love and war. And she didn't put it behind a paywall, and Drew looked like she bathed. And y'all know Robert don't. So I ain't gonna put her down there with Robert. She do need to go. She got to go. She got to go. Like, enough is enough with her.
Do you want Sheree back?
Yes. Sheree could be like a friend of the show or something. Sheree is messy. She's messy and she's funny. When she get caught in her stuff, she go to stuttering and then warbling like a turkey. She's hilarious. Put her back on. We need that energy. Like, and the fact that we had to, I ain't gonna say endure because it ain't been that bad with Cynthia kind of offsetting the energy a little bit. But the fact that we got Phaedra and Portia teaming up on this show and we don't have Kenya there to offset that energy, it's a lot. Thank God for Cynthia. Cynthia kind of mellows the energy out a little bit because them at their height or they bull crap, we needed Kenya to kind of offset that.
Yeah, see, that's one thing about Brit. She got us missing Kenya.
And it's bad because, you know, I don't like Kenya. But, you know, we got to tell the truth. Kenya has a different type of energy. Kenya got a different type of energy. She aggravating, but it balanced out the people that's like way on the other end, the extreme, you know, just high key all the time. She got to, it balanced it out. And see, Nashina say Kim and Croy is too broke to break up. They had to call. You say they called off their divorce again. But one thing about it, Kim Zolciak will let you see the broke on the show. Kim will give you the straight trailer trash truth of it all. You're going to get it. You're going to get a show. It be embarrassing and ignorant, but she's going to give you a show. And I just feel like Drew had some real live garbage to give us, and she didn't give us none of it. She gave us none of it. We got more action off Drew on social media than we got on the screen. Now you tell me how that makes sense.
She's been doing that from her first season.
I know, that's why she shouldn't have never came back. Did you not hear me say she should have been gone? She should have been gone.
Is it Kim squatting in that mansion?
And don't you want to see that? Her squatting and the sheriff and them coming by and she turning off lights and ducking under the window. That's probably hilarious. Come on now. She's probably get that check from Bravo and get her somewhere to stay.
And
with
then
a white refrigerator.
She go to the casino every weekend spending that Bravo money gambling.
I'm just saying, if she got the money, then she can afford to gamble and she can quit stealing from her youngins. Nashina say, I want Kenya back next season because there's tension between she and Cynthia. Hell yeah. I want to see that too. And I want Sheree there so Sheree can stir the pot. And we need Marlo there. Because I know Marlo will give Portia and Kenya pure D hell. See, everybody wanted people to give Portia smoke. Because a lot of people just mad because Portia was over there with Granddaddy, okay, plucking gray hairs out his nuts. So, and then the same people crying, we don't want Marlo. Marlo would have been the one to give it to him.
I wish Marlo was here this season. She would have made Portia work.
She'd have made Portia work for every penny. Marlo would have, and see now, next season, I need Marlo Hampton back on my screen because the fact that Kenya teamed up with Portia, the two of them teamed up, and I feel like Portia went to Kenya and talked her into that to go to them people and say neither one of us ain't gonna film with Marlo to keep Marlo out. That's what's kind of messed up. Y'all work together to keep Marlo out, and they end up bringing in Brit, and Brit did all this to you, Kenya. But if they put Marlo back on that screen and Portia's there, Portia gonna want to run for the hills. Portia is going to want to run for the hills. And after how disastrous this season turned out, they're not gonna listen to Portia no more about who to keep off the screen for her. I want some of that. I want some of that. And I want to see Sheree's energy with Portia after she took sides with Simon over Portia. And I want to see Sheree energy with Angela Oakley because she used to go with Charles back in the day. Yeah.
I would like to see that, see how those two.
How they interact, how they play out. Because see, Angela up here trying to be a bootleg bone catcher, a bone carrier. That's Sheree gig.
In all fairness, I mean, she did the best she can with what she got. She wasn't with the one of the best.
I wasn't impressed.
I give Angela
right, Bianca.
Great.
You see what Bianca say? We need that old thing back. Okay, yeah. This right here. Like, look at even listen. Look at the seating chart. Look how it's even stacked up. You got the old girls and them new girls. We saw them over there in Grenada. When they split up, you had the group of the old girls was chilling, having a good time, giving us RHOA vibes. The new girls gave us wallpaper, dry oatmeal with no butter, just nothing. So you know who need to go. Now, to me, Angela is salvageable, I think, because I feel like if you mix her in with the old girls, we might be able to activate her, might be able to get something. Shamia can go back to being a friend. She know how to be a friend of the show. I don't, and plus I feel like, not my business, but I think she need more time with her baby than to be, trying to make filming obligations and stuff. I just think that's a lot. Not my business though. So I don't want to speak on nobody parenting. Yeah, I think it's a lot. But see, this is the thing too. I wish y'all would be fair. Portia didn't have no energy for Drew. She was ignoring Drew. Like, everybody was running around trying to force Drew in that girl face. Now, let's tell the truth. I don't like Portia, but y'all know what I dislike more is not being honest. Yeah. And if we're being honest, Portia did everything she could to not even give Drew a greeting, like barely a hello. So it's like when I see people like, oh, the energy, what she did to Drew, what, ignore her? Because I would have ignored her too. Why would I be talking to you? For what? And if we talking about the text messages that she got from Dennis, why did Dennis give her the text messages? See, Dennis is the one that threw Drew under the bus and had it looking like she was popping it for production. And then Dennis threw her under the bus again by saying it wasn't me, she was hunching black. So see, again, Drew had a real storyline. She just refused to give it to us. I'm not saying she don't have no life. She ain't got nothing happening. She clearly got something happening. Did we not hear her mama say, he ain't paying no child support? Me and your sister been helping you with the children. Why are we not getting that on the screen? Because I heard what I heard. I'm just saying. Natasha say, I need real true housewives. I mean, a lot of women that's actually got husbands ain't going to be on this show. No. You got to get people willing to come on this show. Nashina say, I mean, the energy she had episode 1 cursing Drew out, she ran from Marlo. She didn't cuss her out. She told her what she thought of her. She called her a low down, dirty individual. She told her what she thought of her because of what she did. She told her what she did. Marlo hadn't done nothing to her. Marlo was just heckling her. But my thing is, if y'all want Portia to get the blues so bad, y'all should be happy for Marlo to come back and give her the blues.
What, Tanya? Who's Tanya?
Tanya Sam is never coming back. Yeah. Out on that lady and said she was hunching that stripper. That woman said y'all was not finna tear up her house or her money. Goodbye. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I wouldn't either. I wonder if Dennis will make an appearance. He don't need to. He ain't married to nobody. But I do kind of, let me not say he don't need to. He kind of do, because he need to explain, why would you go give her text messages that make Drew look funny or shady, only to turn around and then tell her business? Like, why would you do that? Like, if we gonna be honest, he do need to answer that. She just said Tanya ain't never coming back. She lost her good man, Paul, behind RHOA. Yeah, I wouldn't come nowhere near them people. Deborah said, I think Portia walks out of scenes because she know her temper. Yeah, she do. She do, and she'll get to fighting. You know, y'all know that girl over there in therapy and stuff. They might have on medicine. You know, y'all know Portia is special. She real special. Oh, the sheriff already got Kim and Crow out the house. See, she need to come.
They finally get. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And see, I'm not mad at them for blocking. You know, hey, everything can happen to anybody at any time, right? But now, I doubt that Kenya would team up with Portia to do anything, because I think Kenya feel away about Portia hanging with Bang Bang after she threatened to shoot her. So now, Portia don't have nobody that's going to team up with her and go to production to try to block Marlo. Because see, Portia don't want Marlo energy, because she know Marlo mouth is going to go, and you can't stop her, and she not going to have no pity on you. And she's not like Drew following you around like a puppy dog. Talk to me, Portia, talk to me. I miss talking to you. You don't want to talk to me. Portia, talk to me. All it is this. We don't have to be mad. All it is that. Talk to me. Marlo ain't finna do that to you. She don't do that special.
No. Paula just gonna keep calling Portia out and be like, you see, that's why she running. You see, that's why she running.
Nah, she be running away because she don't want to end up tussling. That's why she moving, because Portia ain't scared of nobody. What it is somebody with a mouth that ain't gonna stop, ain't gonna quit. You ain't gonna be able to, you know, make a slick statement, slick comment here and there, and she'll just let it go. If Marlo turn it on, she gonna mess with you. And she know, Portia know, I personally believe they done told Portia she can't fight no more on that show. I think she know that. I think she knows that. And Marlo got a mouth that'll make you fight. Marlo mouth and hands, right? Marlo ain't the one to be played with at all. At all. But one thing about Marlo, and we saw that last season, when Candy was doing all that hooting, talking about strangling people, it's like, girl, Marlo will thrash you. But Marlo was careful to keep her hands behind her back. Because she wanted it to be clear. If anything jump off, you'll never lie and say I touched you first. Anybody that'll stand in your face while you woofing like that is somebody that'll beat your tail. They just want to make it clear that you hit them first. She did that to Kenya that time when they was over there with that drop it with Drew mess. She put her hands behind her back and was laughing in Kenya's face while she talking about what she'll do. Because Kenya wanted Marlo to hit her so she could call the police. We already know your game. But it's like, no, she'll rather let you haul off and hit her first where she could beat the hell out you. But where Portia concerned, I think them people done told her you can't fight on this show no more. Because she didn't just drag Kenya. Then you on the show chasing somebody down to beat them in the alley. So I think they done told Portia she can't fight no more. That's why we seeing Portia the minute she get aggravated, getting up, walking out. Because you know she ain't that bright. And when people slow like that and you got more mouth than them, they get frustrated. I know people that ain't slow, but they not real quick with it at the mouth. When somebody mouth, they be just cutting and cutting and cutting. They be ready to fight because their mouth ain't that quick. And Marlo mouth is you know, she the Florida girl. She got a mouth on her. Even though I would eat Marlo up, but they can't hang with her. That Georgia energy ain't the same. You know, it's kind of cutesy shade here and there, a little knock here, a little knock there. One thing about Florida girls, our mouths are real disrespectful. When we're not careful, our mouths can be very disrespectful.
That's true. My friend, is super late on this time. I'm going to head on out.
Girl, go on to bed. We're going to all get up out of here. We ain't going to stay all night. Get you some rest, girl. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. So look, this what we gonna do. We're gonna pack it up. We're gonna pack it up for the night. So listen, this was fun. I love hanging out with y'all. Y'all are my family. We are family. Okay. So I enjoyed you guys. Listen, y'all enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see what happened at the finale. That's all we can say, right? But listen, in the meanwhile, like I said, it was fun. We had a blast. I love coming in here, having our little hen sessions. We just be clucking and gossiping, and I enjoy every bit of it. Thank you, Allie, for calling in. Special thank you to our sisters, Miss Gardner, and to Iron Butterfly for supporting the stream. Thank you, all of y'all, for participating in the comment section and keeping us going and talking and laughing. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your bubbles. Thank you for being here. Okay. And it's that time. If you did not hit the like button on the way in, please, pretty please, hit the like button on the way out, okay? Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click on so you will know every time we go live on this good channel, okay? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because you know we love you here. We want you to come back. I'm going to try to put the Discord in the chat. If you join Discord, you'll always know when I'm live, because I'll always put the notifications in there, okay? Also, if you want to join channel membership, there is a join button beneath the video so you can put your crown on. And there is also a membership link in the security box, all right? And we have the link for my book, Little Girl, Big World, which is a survival guide for our girls leaving home for the first time. We have the link for our Amazon storefront so we can all shop together for, your home. I shop for mine, all that good stuff. We got the link for our merchandise store so you can represent and get your crown gear. And my Amazon wish list in case y'all want to, help a girl out with some more notepads and pens, because I be running through pens like a track meet. Let me show y'all something. I just ran through a whole pack of pens. I got one pen left. So if y'all want to help a sister out, it's on the wish list, okay? On Amazon. The link is in the chat. I'm playing, but I'm not, okay? And thank y'all for all support, all the love. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, sweet dreams. Say your prayers, all that good stuff. Be positive and productive tomorrow. Remember to encourage others and especially encourage yourselves. And in case no one else says it to you, remember, God loves you. I love you. And there is nothing you can do about it, okay? Talk to y'all again tomorrow or when the gossip permits, okay? Good night.